Because the thing is, the worst guy is the guy that is going to come with the best narrative, the best manifesto, is the one that is going to change your world overnight. But one thing you don't know is that the money that they're going to use to adjust the system for it to be fair, for it to be good, for there to be protection, for there to be security doesn't exist. After the election, they're going to go to World Bank again. More debt, generational debt that generations to come will not be able to pay. And that is what we look at is we look at the ideal world, and it's more on the center right and far right rather than the left. Is more to the right. It's more to how the world should be, but the world will never be the way we project it to be, simply because where you have doctors, you have killers. Where you have lawyers, you have offenders. You see, when you look at everything we do, where we have people who want to be accountable, you have ghosts in the background stealing money and taking all the goods through the back door. And because we have this imperfection in our lives and the way we live, to get suitability, the ideal way of life, the ideology that we all nurse, we always say Nigeria will be better one day. It will be safe one day. Security will happen one day. You see it will happen. Are we kidding ourselves? We are kidding ourselves. The population of Nigeria is growing more and more every day. Situation is getting worse and worse every day. The people at the top are getting richer and richer every day. They're putting legislation in place to suppress normal and average people and common man on the street every day. And we are saying it's going to be better. And when you say it is going to be better, I don't have to challenge you. I just have to look at it. I just have to say to you, you see yourself? You see yourself? Because if I ask you how, I swear to God, you can't put it in one sentence. They will say we've got the right guy there. Let's give him a chance. The right guy they put in there, after 4 years and 8 years, the country is worse than it was before. As soon as the next people come in there, they also want to come and take what they believe is rightfully theirs. And this is where we are with entitlement mentality. With Mr. Joseph Aloba, he's entitled. He has to take African television to court. He can't go and take Amazon to court. Amazon is making money out of selling mobile t-shirts, profiting from it. Can he do that? But he is hell-bent on actually say it's African TV. You have legal team, 12 months. There's no shame. No shame in your life. No shame in the quality of the way your mind works. And it's the same public that have worked with you, the same person that has actually taught you, Gurexi and Muiwa, exactly what to do, how to engage with foundation, which is the reason why you guys are not engaging with foundation, is the one that your legal team now sign a paper and decide to take to court. And yet we want justice. And we know we're not going to get justice. For as long as this Mr. Aloba and his people are there, we are not going to get justice because the public doesn't have a foothold anywhere. There's no strength, there's no voice, there's no support, there is no foundation. We haven't laid the foundation. There's no basis for us to fight for justice other than carry on with what we're doing on social media. You put anything in the Punch newspaper, independent newspaper, you can actually get a lawsuit straight away. Because then you know you have to be extremely careful. And then you know you are fighting, indirectly fighting the state, because the state is happy engaging with the complainant. The complainant is making life easy for the state. Who are you to want to meddle or intervene? And they put a process in place to make sure that you can't fight the state unless Mr. Joseph Aloba, especially Muiwa, signs the paper. And when these people are not signing the paper, we will carry on our voice on social media, and that's as much as we can do. The Supreme is written so many stuff as we can do in the background. Supreme is written so many stuff. Everybody has got so many stuff in the background. The one that is not going to sign the paper. Because Joseph Aloba is not going to sign the paper. He is our wife. We don't fight family. We can't fight family. Wumi is our wife. Tomorrow. We can't fight family to come today. We won't be able to talk tomorrow. Wumi is your wife. In an ideal world, Wumi would have been number one, the prime suspect. Now she's a witness.
Why is he echoing?
When you heard his voice and he screamed as part of your CTC or your story, what did you do? Did you automatically get someone to call the police and arrest the nurse for starters? No. You guys carried on with your script. And then Mr. Aloba then sit down there. You can't petition anybody. The Wumi herself has come and openly attacked you in public and actually made it clear to the public subsequent to that there's nothing you can do because there's something she knows that she used to pin you down, that if she says it out in the open, they will stone you to death. Even your ex-wife, Abose, they came and said his own. Everybody is saying their own. The only person that eventually who has said their own and came back again to distort the whole process is Karimo, who has her own personal vendetta against people or has a quest to just be popular. She just wants to be as popular as Mr. Joseph Aloba. She just wants to make sure when they mention her in this case, she's not pushed down to the background like Blessing. They want a voice in the matter. Why? Because it is a charade. It's been set up. And there's no two ways about it. Everybody have set up their own Nollywood institution. And that's how Yomi was able to come in, do what he had to do, and he's gone. If he repackages himself again and comes back, don't be surprised that the public will be behind him. So this is where we are. We the public. We have that voice, but the thing is nobody can hear you. We are like ants in the sight of an elephant, and we are fighting. They cannot even see us. We are just ants. The legal process can't see us.
But you know that can be changed when we fight side. We get one of our members and we promote her page to be bigger. This can be changed.
You see, this is where my take on that. We are not ready. Yeah, we are not ready. We can fight for justice, and we can actually allow our voice to be heard. And I still believe constitutionally, we should be able to put one small little petition, even if it's against the Nigerian police, about their carelessness in the way they've investigated this matter, and just take it directly, and we will now come as members of the public as complainants. So we don't end up in a situation where Mr. Aloba has to sign anything. And if we then do that and publish it on all the newspaper as a group, then they cannot come and attack or approach an individual. And until we do that, and I keep saying that as much as African television hasn't done himself justice, and he hasn't done his name justice and his face justice in this matter, he probably will be our champion. He probably will be someone who's done a great job and actually will do something with us without reinventing the wheel. If we're not reinventing the wheel and we go down that route, so whatever we do, until we engage and we have a direct voice that can wake up the Nigerian police directly without putting an individual in trouble, then we are going nowhere. But I believe we can. And the engagement that is happening in the background, even though we are now doing underground. So the engagement that is going on underground on this side will one day bring such out where we can actually put a petition out directly against the Nigerian police about the way they've mishandled this case. They know they've mishandled the case. The lawyers that should have actually been on board to make a difference will know why they are sidelined. And the people who is of the caliber of Mr. Joseph Aloba and how significant they are on this matter are engaging directly with the state. They are getting their advice and directives directly from the state. And that's the reason why they seem to be doing nothing. And everything they're doing in the background is they keep getting advice from the state about how they engage with the public. And when they want to give them anything, they will send their dogs and their cats to come to everybody's platform to come and mislead people as they've always done. And sometimes we react and overreact to it, and we spend days and days analyzing something that they have engineered, something they've orchestrated, something they've manufactured, something that came out of their discussion. When the Aloba family, even right now, are together, Abosede is there, Wumi is there, Baba Mohbad is there, Darosha Adura is there. It happens. It must have happened in the last 12 months that these people can sit down, have a meal, have a dinner, let's pray. What brought us together? Let no man put asunder. And the public is there thinking that Yomi's camp is different from Baba's camp. They are together in the background. Their lawyers are not fighting themselves. Are their lawyers fighting themselves? No. Are they taking advice from their respective lawyers? Yes. So we, the public, we're just myopic. Maybe we're catching cruise, maybe we're catching fun. But until such time as we come together and use one front to attack the Nigerian police directly, you bypass the Alobas. And that is when we know that we are doing something. And I just believe that we can do it. It just depends on when you bring enlightened people. When I say enlightened people, I'm not talking about education. I'm talking about people who have done a lot of groundwork in the background coming together. We forget our differences and our indifferences. We forget about any issue we may have had with ourselves before and sit down and let us also do our own underground. When we do our own underground and we come up with a force, and we're able to punch the Nigerian police in the face. Look at what Very Dark Man did to the system. To the federal, that's at federal level. Federal level. One man. Fela Anekula Pokuti, may so rest in peace. It will be championing man. They'll be smoking his banner up there thinking, yes, for real, man. This guy is waking up, and we need to wake up. The awakening of it is actually what we can do, that we have to do. So the people on our side working underground, let's wake up and soji and know we need a foundation, just one foundation. Doesn't matter which one, whether we need to relabel it. If African TV, AFT is not working, African TV need to come up that IOS and actually re-amend and relabel himself, take this African television out of it, take anything to do with Mohbad out of it, and then be a justice fighter. Because if that happens and is able to repackage and remarket himself, if he can repackage himself, they will know he's still the same African television, but it will be the faces behind him. He cannot do it alone. They cannot use his voice alone. And when there has been issues and you re-amend that and you now have maybe 17 additional faces behind you that are prominent on this course and a quest on this blue app, I mean, that quest for justice, relabel, repackage. Sometimes the way we move forward is not about sort of like us. It will never be about you. Yes, it will be you, African television. Yes, it will still be your face. Yes, you will still be the most prominent stakeholder. Yes, it is still your organization. But sometimes you need other people along the line, but aside you. And I think anyone who's listening to this, whichever way you get that information to African television. Me, I don't like talking to people about other people in the background. That's why if I've got anything to say about or to African television, I will say it publicly. Maybe if he's listening, maybe people can take something and learn something and take it to him. Maybe he needs to look at a situation where it is not AFT anymore. It is not African TV anymore. It's a proper foundation that is being repackaged and being relabeled and is not swaying towards justice for a dead man. That needs to be repackaged. You cannot put your mission out to be fighting for justice for a dead man, and it will just be synonymous to the same Mohbad. It will just think that, oh yeah, because he hasn't done this, he hasn't made name or made money out of it. You see, why must he be Mohbad? They've asked you the question so many times. Must he be about dead people? It doesn't have to be about dead people. There is a way you write your mission and your visions, and the way you state it, that it covers. It's a landscape that covers a massive terrain. Massive terrain. That's where you operate. But within your vision will have an understanding of areas which will then cover this one as well. But it cannot be centered at just one thing. Chairman, carry on.
Yeah, okay. I just want to give you a bit of the information there, please. Let's forget anything about African Foundation or African TV Foundation, okay? It's gone, it's gone. But, like you rightly said, it needs to repackage and come back fully, come back with a widespread, with a wider scope and stuff like that. So that's one, I agree with you on that. But let's African TV Foundation, let's put that aside, so that they don't start coming for us on the negative side of it. So that would be my opinion on that. But we are going to take something out of this. Every one of us, we are going to take lesson learned of this out of this situation. And Supreme said something earlier on that Mohbad is Omo Bubua, Omo Nigeria. Yoruba mani ojumere lo nbimo, igba oju lo nto. So, like I agree with her. It's a Nigerian child, everyone's. So we need to look after all of this. We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to be gagged. Nobody's going to send anybody anywhere on this platform. No. We make our voice heard. The government will hear us and they will do the needful. But we need to be careful on our own end as well. This is where I see all the problems. We need to be careful on our own end so that now we have given the government loopholes to do whatever they want to do. We've given the government the loopholes. But from our own end, I see no reason why you want to stop a party from being part of it. Why? The question is why. Just tell me why. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. If I am interested, that I want to know, I'm interested, I go get my own lawyers. We go in there, go and dig out the truth for me. Goes in there, go and register his appearance and blah blah blah. Matter continues. Why should anybody have a problem that these people should be there, this one should not be there? Why? Why? Supreme.
Supreme is with the IS. It was with the IS at the moment. Unfortunately, she doesn't have people who can mute her. Can carry on, Chairman.
Supreme, mute yourself. Okay. Oh my God. So it's really unfortunate, it's really unfortunate that it has come to this level. You propose April, of course, I pray, but I'm saying that this matter that we are saying, I mean the Ada Foundation lawyer in Briglio may probably end up at the Court of Appeal. And that will take another year or 2 years. So if they know what is good and they want us to continue with this matter, you can as well, apply to the magistrate at the coroner to allow these people, say, okay, you don't have a problem with them, they can be an interested party, no problem, and let them withdraw this matter from the High Court and let them continue whatever they are doing. Let them continue. You cannot at this point stop anybody not to be part of this matter. It's a state matter. It is not it's a state matter. It's not a family matter anymore. It's a state matter. I just believe that they're going to go back to the drawing board and look at all of these issues and find the best way appropriate. Like, okay, this is the way we want to go about this, and we want to get out of this debacle. Okay. I wish that they do a good job and give the public justice Except there's something else, except there's something else, but if not, come on. Come on. Come on.
So Chairman, we all know there's something else. We are not privy to that information, and we know they're working closely in the background. And for me, I believe that they've engaged with the system. They've been given appropriate advice. Their lawyers have adapted the process, and they are just playing a waiting game. Because if you have to use an inquest in a case like this, and there is no judicial process, there's nothing in court, there's no investigation credible investigation on the matter, then someone high up there in their legal society have engineered that process to say, let's just set up an inquest, and the inquest then become our tool. And it will be the bargaining tool, it will be the process tool. If we need to get the family to bargain in the background, it will be the same tool. And as we know, there is no time limit on an inquest, because I know in the UK, I know about a case I've been following now that is taking over 10 years. I cannot even believe it that it's taking about 10, 11 years. Jeremy Kyle show, the guy that went in there, it was got mental health issue. It's something to do with the partner to prove his innocence, that is not cheating. At the end of the day, after the show, the guy committed suicide. The inquest is still ongoing. I think they're about to give the final verdict if it happens over the next maybe 2 or 3 months. He only came to light again recently. 10 years. That's how long an inquest will go. And that doesn't mean the family have not gone to court. That doesn't mean there hasn't been any court hearing in places. That doesn't mean the lawyers have not actually sort of like engaged openly in the public space. You see? But this one here is literally just an inquest. And that's it.
Yeah.
You see, this is what makes this one unique. Makes it unique. All they've done is they found a way to suppress the public. They found a way to stage manage the process. They found a way to package the type of justice they want, and it will take time for them to be able to get that consensus that the public will be, at least if 80% of the public, even 50% are happy about it, we can then be fighting ourselves after that. But they would have done their own job. So they've got people high up at federal level that made a decision that an inquest is the way to go. And that's the reason why we are struggling to find a purposeful direction. We haven't found a purposeful direction yet. So justice is far-fetched. And like you said, another year, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. This is another 1st of October. We can still be where we are. And that's after 1 year. As today, we might still be here till the next 1st of October. So we have a big problem. And you do know that even if you find a foundation that is credible and they approach the magistrate on the matter, they can just throw it out of the window. They have the power to throw it out of the window. So as much as people are looking for alternative, it doesn't mean that if you find one, it will be embraced. It doesn't mean that. And the moment they don't embrace that, there is nothing you can do. The thing is, okay, you write your petition, you go to higher court. Something is in an inquest. You want to take your own voice, for them to hear your voice. And then if they now tell you there's not going to be any inquest for another 6 months, what are you going to do about it?
Exactly.
So that means for the next 6 months, doesn't matter what you submitted today, nothing happens for another 6 months.
This is tactics of government. This is tactics of government. Okay. Right. Let's keep them quiet. Let's give them something else to start talking about. They're gonna forget about this. Now, this indefinite or to further notice. Anyway, I know TikTok will not be tired, okay? We've not been tired for 1 year, and I'm not sure we're going to be tired for the next whatever. I am saying that the only, in my opinion, that I suggest that the only way this fire can continue burning and being ignited is to have this man and the people, I mean the family now, continue to stage everyday protest in front of Alausa. Is it Alausa or Alausa? In front of governor's office. Everyday sit out protest.
So which family is going to be staging the protest again?
The concerned family now.
Oh, they are working on the government now. They are working on the system. So why would they want to stage anything? They are not fighting themselves. They are not fighting for justice. They are not fighting themselves.
You remember Chibok girls when they abducted Chibok? Dr. Ezekwesili stage everyday protest every day in Abuja. Government could not stop them.
Yeah, but chairman, if we're talking about unity, we know this family on the front of what we see. They are not united in front, but they may be united behind the scene. They are not looking for justice. They are not. We need to be blunt about this. They are not looking for justice. It's the public that is looking for justice.
I've seen that loophole, like, okay, Mr. A is looking for, Mr. B, Mrs. B is not looking for. That is a loophole to enter in between them and cause
but you think that no matter what the public do and however much the public donate the money, the public that is supporting Joseph Aloba, they are not looking for justice. They are looking for justice for Aloba because they believe that they want to pin the whole thing to. And that is part of the stage play that they are playing for it to seem as if there is disharmony in their camp. Have you not actually noticed the quietness both on the Wume camp and Baba camp lately? It's all gone silent. It's gone totally quiet. All stations settled. All stations settled so many times.
Further notice is to further cement that, and between now and December, you just say, okay, the family matter, you are settling within the family.
Yes, they've given the public the opportunity to vent their anger. They've used every aspect of what the public has in dissecting this case to cover up their tracks and their corners. So at this point in time, it is time to settle. It is time to settle, because when the time comes, they will say if the death is inconclusive from a medical point of view, the family can go and settle their differences in a family court. And they will just read something out and just say the family of the departed have made a decision. They've decided to kind of take it, blah 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 blah, and resolve their differences there. And whatever is left, whether there is property, whether there is money in the bank, whether there is anything anywhere that they will settle it. That is what they wanted to do in the first place until the coffin was opened, that we can see that the neck and the leg and the limb of this guy has been dismembered. Dismembered body is what they put in the coffin. They have settled. They have almost settled themselves in the background already. When the public outcry then means that they have to exhume the body, then it was a different kettle of fish for them and the police, because I don't think they expected that to be the case. Exactly. So here we are now. They've taken their time. Now I believe they've worked with the system. It's gone to federal. It's come back, and they've decided that, you know what, we're going to call this a day. We need this period of time to do our thing and do our summary and put everything together. And then at the end of it, they will just come and tell you, like they've already started giving you an indication that the body was decaying to a point. And we know, science or no, so that's why I say sometimes it's not about education. I'm not in the medical field or anything, but one thing I know about biology is actually that when a body decays and decays, whether it's an animal or not, the chemical, even the poison, that even if someone is poisoned, if you've waited over a year and for the body to decay over a period of time, the toxin inside that will eventually sort of like evaporate and melt with water. And it's not the same flesh, it's not the same organ 1 year later. So if you just look at anything that decomposes, once it's decomposed, it's decomposed, it's decomposed. Toxin will not remain, the strength of toxin will not remain the same forever. Anything toxic, the strength of it, unless it is more like chemical, as in chemical toxin, that we know that is chemical, which will erode the entire flesh, and it will just be just that chemical happening. But this is toxin that is injected by a human being that over a period of time will diffuse out of the system through your sweat, through your pores, through you weeing or stooling and all this kind of stuff. By the time you take more, but something that stays somewhere and is toxic and it is just of smaller dosage and all that kind of stuff, it will win out of that system and a decaying body come on. The government knew what they were doing to allow the body to decay properly before they allowed the family to take their sample. It is not rocket science. It's not rocket science, you know. So it is one of those that our position will remain the same, like you said. We're gonna carry on crying and carry on keeping them on their toes. If we stop talking, then they will win. They will win more confidence. If we carry on talking, we obviously can discover new things while we are talking. New things, new people can still come to play in this matter. We will carry on doing what we do, but I am 100% certain that they have done their bargain plea. They've done everything they need to do. After a while, spending is not going to come back out again. What's the other guy's name? Prime Boy will not come out because they will also be part of the settlement. Because if it's inconclusive, everybody will be exonerated eventually.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Once Prime Boy is exonerated,
the nurse don't have any question to answer either. Yes, inconclusive. So they will say the pain it may have inflicted on him would not have mattered anyway because it's inconclusive. And then, you know, they are inconclusive. They are not telling you whether there's a knife wound. They are not telling you whether there's a gash to his head. They are not telling you whether his neck is broken. They are not telling you whether his limb was broken. It's inconclusive. Just as they said profusely. They came up with these big words. And then when you go into your medical dictionary, you go into your English dictionary, you search your mind and search your soul. And you cannot understand what profusely has got to do with this case. Absolutely no way. And inconclusive, we know why it's inconclusive. Because you've allowed the body to decay, knowing that nothing credible will come out of that sample. Can you imagine? If their own is inconclusive, how can our own be conclusive? Because when they did their own, the body decayed even further. So if theirs is inconclusive, ours will be inconclusive too.
No.
There's no two ways about it.
I just woke up. I dozed off. Let me read something to you guys.
Okay, guys, sorry, Supreme, I need to go now. I will talk to you guys later in the evening. Have a wonderful day.
all right.
I need to go properly now. Take care.
Thank you. So somebody sent me this. They said, actually, the lawyer, some lawyers in the court said Wahab Shitu brilliantly cross-examined the pathologist yesterday. For this person, I just woke up right now, actually. For this person to say that Wahab Shitu did a brilliant job, I am shocked. And this person do have I trust this, the sender of this text message is well trusted. And I trust the view of this person. So if they use the word brilliantly, this person is a strong critic. So if they use the word brilliantly, it must be that Wahab Shitu actually did a good job. But he said Wahab Shitu brilliantly cross-examined the pathologist yesterday. He exhausted all the questions. and said he asked the pathologist if another autopsy is concluded, will the results be different? And the pathologist said, possibly. So that means that something was wrong with the autopsy and the toxicology that the state carried out, performed, or tested. So we will see. But so far, so good. No inquest until further notice. When Smith and Bankole come into this case proper, we will now start all these shenanigans they are doing. Apart from this guy, I think it's a guy, Prime Boy's lawyer. Apart from him, we will now start the case proper. So, well, I heard the pathologist lawyer made Wahab to look stupid. Why examine the pathologist? Well, I heard the pathologist lawyer. Is the pathologist supposed to have a lawyer? What you're saying does not make any sense, because a pathologist is supposed to be a professional expert. A pathologist is not supposed to come to the case or court or inquest with his own lawyer. No, it's wrong. What you've typed there is wrong. A pathologist, if you're a medical doctor, you are supposed to be an expert witness. You don't go there with your own lawyer. How can a pathologist go with his own lawyer? He's only supposed to be there to attest to what he carried out. Why will he need a lawyer? So when you said there, sorry, you might be right on your Schengen visa, but in this one, you are completely zero.
Talking about Schengen.
Don't come with these stupid questions. Who buried him horridly? Who killed him is what we are asking. Elizabeth, take your time. We are asking about who killed him. You are talking about who buried him. Do they bury people alive?
No.
I'm talking about who killed Mohbad. You are here going about who buried him, Joseph Aloba. So, am I here to determine who buried him? Can you put there who killed him and put Wumi? Wumi, you don't jam there.
In case of this situation, we don't ask who buried him. We ask who killed him, because what happened to him, that is what we are asking for, not who buried him. And this situation, we are not talking about Joseph Aloba, we are talking about Mohbad. So what happened to Mohbad? That is the question we are asking. So please, can you hold your things to yourself?
Am I here to play? You say Schengen visa, you got that one right. I don't even know if you got that one right.
What is about the Schengen visa?
And it's coming here to say who buried him. I don't bury him. You don't need to block him. You could have just muted him, but that's okay. Block him. I want to block him later. Yes, Mama.
In Schengen visa, when you have Schengen visa, like if you get European visa, that's the Schengen visa, you can go to all Schengen states.
Yeah, that's
but you can't go to UK, you can't go to US. And then the countries that are not subscribed to it. So I don't think, but if you are coming from another country and you are having Nigerian passport and you're coming from Nigeria straight and you got a visa to go to UK, Germany, and you are going to another country, for that one, they are going to hold you to ask you, why are you going to another country? Because your visa was to. But if you go to Germany, after that you are going to other countries, there's no problem about that.
That's what Chairman said, but somebody else came here to say something otherwise. I don't know which is right.
I think I'm telling you, I've been living in Europe for almost 25 years. I know what Schengen visa means. And I used to have Ghanaian. I have Ghanaian passport and I have Danish different. So when I'm traveling, I go to any country on holiday with my kids and my husband. bad. The only thing is, I can't go to UK and this, and then we change the passport into our Danish passports. But going somewhere with Nigerian passport, they are going to ask you.
That's what
that only
Chairman said. Chairman said you have to go to the originating visa country first.
Yeah.
But this Lilibet came and said, no, you don't have to. I don't know what she knows because we
You have to go to the country which you got a visa for. And when you go to that country, after that, you can travel to anywhere you want. That's the way. But if you are going straight to another country, they are going to ask you, why are you going to another country? Like I say, not everybody who come on the internet have ideas. Some people, they are just getting, they are now getting...
Good morning. Happy New Month.
Are you here for another lion for this month?
I'm not an hungry fellow like Baba Tim. You see, I'm chilling. I just came to say Happy New Month. Supreme Iron Lady.
For DHL.
Thank you, DHL.
The voice of Ghana.
How are you
fine.
doing?
I'm okay. Good morning.
Good morning, sweetie.
I'm Team Wumio, but no curses.
You
no
are
curses.
So
yes.
far as, you know what, I'm not going to curse you. So
no,
far
even
as,
if you curse me, I'll curse my own.
No, I'm not going to curse you. Why? We are all human beings now.
My sister. Yes, now. I love you. Thank you.
You are welcome.
That's why I owe Tolani an apology. Because when I got Tolani up last time, they told me to drop her. And I kind of obliged. And I think I owe her an apology because on my platform, I don't see a team. I see a person. And all I want is make it make sense.
We're all family. If this justice
on that. And for that,
let me tell you something.
Come down.
Supreme.
You are talking. Come down. Don't do. You are even throwing food in your mouth. I will say.
That's why I find it.
They told you, Beluero, don't worry, they will soon arrest you. And when they arrest you, the right thing will be done. And even me, please, Baba Mohbad, Elosi Mohbad, Etetelosi Bobonyeo, Elosi Bobonyeo, because the way we are going now is not justice. But we will come for you. And Baba, when I start to drag you, you're one of your fans before now. I'm part of those that made you to understand this case, Baba Mohbad. I am part of those that introduced you to the whole world. So, I have the right. I have the right to drag you. I've spoken to you when Wumi came out to curse you. My problem is, when Wumi was cursing this man, she blessing his own daughter. Did you hear Blessing come out and say, why are you cursing my father? But me, as one curse Baba, he could tell me something. I just go in my bajeni. I want to fool. Go and face your father in the house. Go and teach your father how to be a good father. Leave Mr. Joseph Aloba alone. He failed Mohbad. Chena, when person they raise child, person they take care of the child. How much are they using to raise a child? Baba ti o lomo, omo ti o ni baba o dagba ni. They now turn you to something else.
You mentioned Baba's lawyers. Baba lawyers. You mentioned Baba lawyers.
They are compromised, Jare.
Hold on. Listen. Waiting lawyer see the repeat yesterday. Lawyer, they insist on the wound. Listen, please. Everybody listen. There
were certain steps that ought to be taken by virtue of the common which he admitted were not taken. He also admitted that there were problems with the lungs, problems with the heart, problems with the kidney, and there were problems with the screen. And any of those problems could have caused things. So if there are problems with those vital organs of the body, from moderate to severe authorities for what is said, there is no conclusion, then you cannot say you cannot ascertain the cause of death. He also admitted that there was and
injury treated on time could lead to infection. So the question to ask is, is it not possible for injury to cause death? Is it not possible for injury if it leads to infection to cause death?
Did you hear what the lawyer they talk? Is it not possible for injury to cause death? Is it not possible for injury to cause infection? This lawyer is trying to tell us that he is standing on the injury when they tried to send a prime boy give Mohbad. This is what Baba lawyer is still repeating yesterday. This is what Baba lawyers was still repeating yesterday, trying to tell us that the heart, the organs, and everything, there was nothing. But he
just to be able for us to buy their results that is coming.
He intentionally talking about the injury, trying to tell the world that injury, when they talk from the beginning, nothing they stand for.
Exactly.
Can you imagine a lot? Can you imagine a son? What a son is talking? Man, Baba,
No,
that instruction when you they follow, that instruction when you they follow, Baba, that instruction go they expose very soon. And let me tell you also, Baba, Mohbad verse don't double. Mohbad don't the verse double because why would they say that the way they don't take scatter this boy body, they don't take boy. They're supposed to just bury him peacefully. They una don't make everybody they scatter in body because they find one thing or the other. That boy investigation don't double. He go deal with all of them. Make una wait.
Mercy Idris, you see this month, last month was accountability month. This month, na karma. If you did not confess last month, something will happen to you this month. And I promise you, don't worry, we are all alive. Nothing will happen to us. But all of them that saw that boy buying on the floor, maybe through conversations that you know the truth, but you are hiding it. I'm not even having any issues with you. Anything you want to do, do it. But you will be exposed. Because exposing you is the justice that Mohbad himself is looking for. He knows the system will fail him. Mohbad knows. He knows the system will fail. He knows the police will fail him. He knows everybody will fail him. He knows his father will fail him. And he made proper records of it. That his father will fail him. And he did. Because I'm not seeing why anybody would have given you anything than justice. Can justice come before gifts? Please, can justice come before award? Can justice come before fame? We heard that you are even fighting with Adura on who to release song. Kilo day now, kilo shele.
See when they present gift for Baba, when they present Agbada, clothes for Baba, frame for Baba.
Understand?
This is a father who saying they bring justice for his son. You are collecting gift from the public and you are shorting people who are coming out to fight for your son. You are suing people. You are dragging people who are using their own money to fight for justice for your son. And you stand for front of camera. You do Agbada like this. You say, when my son died, and other people, Baba, shame on you, Aloba, Mr. Aloba Joseph. Shame on you. Mohbad, your son,
my sister, you see the problem I'm having with these gullible, blind people. They are blind. Because if you cannot see, then you are blind. You are blind. Is somebody that you are not even sure. If you say you are not sure of what's buying your son, I don't think you are supposed to be mourning somebody that you don't know what's buying the person. At this time, Baba is supposed to be an angry lion that people will be scared of you. Nobody will try to utter any word because you are still busy looking for what's buying. It's after you find what's buying your son. Like what's buying your son, that is when you will now start the feelings of, oh my dear, he's gone. Because the same thing that buying Mohbad can buy you. That's the fact. The thing that buying your son that you are not sure of now can buy you. Okay, those that are telling you to keep quiet, this is the way. Are you telling me this is the way you are going to live your life, the rest of your life, in fears? But well, me, I don't think that there's any fear anywhere. Because even me, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of anything. We'll be talking about this case. We are just saying little. But well, let's leave the family issue. For me, brother Yomi Fabiyi, congratulations to you. Don't worry. You will soon run away from TikTok. You understand? You will soon run away from TikTok. If I pull your picture for back, We dey read something there. They read Gitanoromi something there. All your body go hot now. Say you don't know. Okay.
I mean, Fabi, and I pray, say na London you dey. Home office, any one of us who is in the same UK, home office go soon they get some information for you. Because you don't go fit just collect people money, do anyhow you run come up for Nigeria, so you don't want asylum for here. Home office must definitely dig in your case. Do you know what I mean? You never know what you do yourself. Nigeria not save you. Nigeria and England ain't go save you. You there for the second Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? England and second Nigeria. UK is the second Nigeria. You don't know everything in this UK. Be like Nigeria, their house, their road, everything. So UK is the second Nigeria. It's like the London when you go stay there. Just hide yourself inside house. No come out for streets because men can't.
You see, the problem is, this case is a legacy of Mohbad. If Baba truly loves Mohbad, he won't let Yomi Fabi to come to the public and scam them. If truly he loves Mohbad, because anybody that comes to justice for Mohbad, in the time Yomi came inside and scammed them, the person will say, this justice for Mohbad self, these people know they find justice. Nah, thief, they be thief. Are they not talking generally about the movement? Yes. So which means that you are not even protecting the legacy of your son. Well, no wahala.
Stop. The thing is that Yomi given a topic to speak on this week. You know, as the inquest finish, you know, people when they do their evil work, they go say, thank God, Yomi matter don't they, so my we discuss. If they say as the name they pronounce Wumi, Yomi, they see all those end of later word when I see them wrong. If when I'm not wrong, I say leg they pain on that. Anyway on a CW, why? You know that they last when they are very dangerous. Understand? So the point that they try to bring out is from the beginning I test a left for it. I said this year me not get anything to offer. No. Many of us are inside this Lagos, we are not embarrassed this morning. We all don't go that Lekki, that estate. Then they tell everybody, come on your face. Come on your when I say come on your face, come on your face. Natural. So how come where your because they go to your own research? Natural. Let me say change your name. If they come back, they scam people. No time. No time. I know say you don't change your name from natural to no time. Your voice no will fit change. You understand? All of now they change name. Now they put an account for private. Now they waste to that time. Forget that. Your voice, you still change your voice. No way. I will call you natural. Natural. I'm not saying 2 days after I also change that bank. You spoke to is it? Because the reason, let me tell you, the reason why I say that, some of them, they know me. I don't know whether they will say how they try to talk. They don't know say I don't go Soka area. So they send me Soka and they say, myself, not beside they fear them. I know they but just make I just change that first. You understand? I go back to them. You know, I don't make some movements now. Like, okay, you want to talk about that commissioner of police? Why I won't be go with that? Because you talk about that commissioner of police, like anybody asks, you say forget that matter. But now I want to ask you something. If because you still repeat, say, when I don't step around that mobile house, I know how the things be, and anytime you won't go around there, they go say, no go that area. If nobody go the area, if nobody go talk, because this is the problem with Nigeria. This is the problem. This is why our country is still like that. Everybody is fear. Sure, you understand? Everybody is fear. Like, if we continue with, because they say now no go area, then all of us should just back up because no go area. That is why you see I follow. No, let me see what the public will do. Now I want to answer you. Now I want to answer you. I know where you go. You understand? They have not be answer now. I know where you go. Now, wait to make me join
You understand? Social media. Let's see what will happen. The guy tell me that time for he tell me say, you know fit oh, even if you like say you want to be activist, you want find out what's the keep mobile because you love our way. You know where this matter long go. You know go fit. I say no way. You understand? I say in TikTok we are there, we are Facebook, this.
Thank you.
Every time they will come and say, Alpha, our market.
Yeah.
You know? So the point I try make is this. I was thinking that if we join her like group, those people outside, they understand we can fight the fight. We can fight the fight. So for some people, they are not coming in with genuine mind.
Yes, of course.
Anybody, you understand? Because if you won't get some kind of information there, you understand? It gets some group self when you go enter for that area. If you know somebody for that area, they will just add you one kind. You will just get some kind of information. But you know, go get the detail like this. There know what will happen. Everybody know. But people don't say.
I don't want to talk. Okay, now.
Okay, let me give you an example of the parents
what
now.
You just said. Okay.
Let me give you an example of the parents now.
Okay.
The parents, they are aware. They are 100%. Nobody will come out when they say you go talk because that day of the fight, the shout, area year. This is one of the talks. Say, nah, bless you, first call. Who tell you? They play. Who not know? I bet my sister, my mother for 1 year say foul peace. Man, I do like you me. I've moved around. I've go to the hospital. Go back. Man, lock up for there.
I understand. And this is what is
Nigeria no one grow.
This is what is actually giving a lot of Nigerians, a lot of people outside Nigerians that are really sad, that are really angry. And for the past 1 year, they stayed there because we have believed that Mohbad buying not be only Wumi because Wumi just too small. Wumi is just king. Like,
no, not the election.
Now only a fool. Now you not gonna know say all these politicians, all these big people.
Yes, you don't talk.
Talking back to what happened in Berekete last week. Now, when this happened, senator, in the whole senator for the whole Nigeria, the whole everybody, Lagos State government never even go visit. Now and that senator we know in case already when he beats person for inside sex shop, right? Now that senator, now Yabo Joe Kareko, I want you to all of you should just follow the link.
We know.
Now that very senator with the whole everybody, now they push further, may enter there. And now somebody come out last week regarding all the blackmail this senator has been doing to her. 3 years, for 3 years that she's fed up, but she was their worker because she was actually working for them. You actually want to follow up the case. You go understand, say, she be the work for them, but now she won't come out. You understand? She won't step back. But they say, you know, go fit step back because they have her videos, her things, and they use her, they blackmail her. Now,
now you go the point. Now, what's not the boy with that? Now, what's not the boy with that? Now, what's not the boy? You don't talk the story finish. That's it.
Now, that senator that Yabo Ojo brought, they are all in the same circle, big circle. And when they enter inside office of honorary president knows say if this matter open yash for our side, a lot of people's will be dig out, a lot of names will be mentioned. Now they enter inside one room, they sort everything. The woman now had to come and say sorry. Now only will be fool. Now you not gonna know say Mohbad case don't lead to that extent to know that Wumi that stood in the front of Corona inquest yesterday have the guts to be taking pictures, smiling, living the best of her life. That one they tell you say these people are the ones backing Wumi up, and these people that are the ones backing Wumi up, they also have a lot of secret they are also holding. You know, you get my secret, I get your secret, I hold your secret, you talk my own, I talk your own. This is the game the family of Mohbad, all of them, and everybody involved, this is the game they are all playing. Now, because say they are heavy people, or because say they know what they saw, does that mean we are now going to keep quiet and allow the Nigerian youth to be going through what Mohbad went through? This is my question to everybody. Should we allow that? I don't think we should allow that. We should now start Start learning how to stand by our word. Everybody don't become coward. Not everybody be coward. Coward people, they know.
You know one thing, let me tell you something. You see what very dark man is doing. You see yesterday, the way he say enter House of Assembly. You see what he happened. You go gallant. If you won't be activist, if you won't fight government, even government said to fight, you go gallant. You not go just come out, you understand? You go gallant. So when they call you out like this, you say to go start. The day your me come out, let me tell you, there will meet platform. They analyze and say, see this one. This one you don't pay for outing. You not go anywhere. Let's say we not do. When you want to do things like that, and you know you want to become somebody, you must get somebody for your back. When I tell you, physically, spiritually, you must. You don't just come out and say this. That is why I'm blaming the father and the mother. If you, the father, you understand, you be pastor, white garment. You, they whine me. They never tell you, somebody never come out, tell you, say, so something won't happen. They never tell you, say, see what's in your pikin deal, anything will happen. They never tell you.
No time. You know what these people are doing? The same time Yomi was advocating for money for his foundation, Arifa was going up and down for 4.5 million. How can you say 4.5 million for one earring? Why is legal team? Why are all these things? Why are they dividing all these things? Everybody can't collect money left and right.
Even that arrest when they arrest her. I remember that day. Sorry, I'm coming. I remember that day I was in Westo line. When they told me they have arrested Arifa, he said, no, how can they? I just see all their drama. I couldn't ask myself, say, I bet these people say they plan the thing. Before I look at it, I just went to the station now. Arifa is coming out tomorrow. I said, all these people, they go, I be asking
Wait, I not be saying, maybe my map level for year because they say I carry fake news that time. Now, let's go back a little bit to Bobrisky. People that go to click me, when they come outside, how do they look? You can judge for yourself, I don't care. You say whatever you want to say. People when they enter a lot, people are not 24 hours. You know how they look like. People when they enter prison, come outside. You see one of them come outside and they shine. Forget. Arrest my case.
Mercy. Good morning. Mercy, good morning.
Are they threatening you too?
Me? Who want to threaten me? Who want to threaten me?
You don't see any car where they follow you?
Nobody can threaten me now. All those people you are talking about, they just came to struggle.
Oh, God, talk. They threaten you more contribute to with the radio. With the radio.
Nobody can threaten me now. Who will threaten me?
Send your address.
All those people.
We no agree. We no agree with the way they talk. You be like somebody they threaten. We go contribute. We no agree. Your voice is shaking. Your voice is shaking.
Nobody can threaten me. We have been in struggle in the days of student union. You understand? So we don't just start struggle in Mohbad's case. All these people you are talking about, go and look at their history. They don't have any history of struggle. They just hear justice for Mohbad and they just jump in. And they are doing what they like, you know. For me, that is not even a point of discussion. But in the case of Yomi, the question is, let's do a little permutation. And the question is, who are we to blame? When some people came out and said, this is what we are seeing, you public, help us. Some people went against them and dispute their argument that they are not communicating. But unfortunately, what they are crying about eventually happens. So who are we to blame? Are we to blame Yomi? Or are we to blame the public who never listened to the point of warning And at the end of the day, everybody fall into the trap. And then now we are crying and complaining. So you see, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. When you are crying, you try to see. So that's what I see. In the case of Yomi, we are born. People cry out. People spoke their mind. People spoke their view. People spoke their investigation. Chairman came here. He said a lot of things about the company, and so on and so forth. But some people stood. They said he's doing a wonderful job. He has done what some people have never done before. And, well, the people that raised the caution felt okay.
I'm sorry, and it's true.
Yeah.
Because he ran away unexpectedly. Has anybody done that?
I said that. I also said, because I'm not I was still waiting, I said, because I said no trust, but we gave him the chance. I also said him going to Mohbad's house with all those footage and the hospital and all that. Nobody has done it. I also said, and I will say what I say. I'm not a coward. I will choose my way.
Messi.
They just didn't come out with it.
Messi, I don't have anything against your submission, but I have an opinion, which I said some people had done all these things before. Teflon came all the way from America. They took Baba in the car. They went around all the crime scene and did a lot of things, but they kept quiet. They didn't come to the public to come and shout out, and that's not a crime, But the fact is that this guy came for a drama. Some people saw the drama and the gimmicks, and they raised their voice. I remember some two ladies came to this platform to come and speak out, and exposing the crime, exposing the logics to us, But all of us, most of us, some of us felt it's because those ladies were wounded somewhere and they needed a place for shield, and that was the reason why they came. But that was not the story. They just saw something that was abnormal and they came, to come and, of course, hint us, expose us to what is going on. But everybody bashed on them and they left. But at the end of the day now, the bubble burst. And all of us, we are worried. We are shouting up and down. So for me, I think it's a lesson. It's a lesson now. And then probably going forward, we'll be cautioned. And then we'll do the needful. And we'll be reasonable when a call like that comes in the future, So it's unfortunate. He said there's going to be a protest. And before I went to the court, I went to Alausa and I saw Alausa, the whole lot of Alausa was barricaded with heavily hemmed police personnel. And I was like, there's a protest that will be going on here. How do we do it when police are already heavily positioned in this place? Okay, those guys came and they said, okay, let's wait for him, the organizer of the protest, to come, Yomi. Only for them to wait till eternity. He didn't come. At the end of the day, Arifa had to carry my microphone and start addressing the DPO. How can you push people to the street and you know how dangerous the street is? And as you said, your life was in danger. And you never called them to say, oh, guys, we are not going to that place again. This is what is happening. This is what is happening. Let's tell everybody move to the court. So he's a big coward and he's a very hopeless.
He told those people. Messi Idris. Wait, he told those people that he won't be there. There's a voice note that leaked now.
Yes,
he told them he won't be there.
He said he won't. Well, me, I was not aware of that, number one. Number two, I wasn't even part of the protest.
Normally, when we are going to the court, we used to park inside Alausa and take taxi or bus Ikorodu. So it's on our way trying to park that we started seeing them. You understand? So probably, as I am not part of the protest, I may not have had opportunity to be privileged to that information. But I just felt, the scene is going to be porous. And you know, I was playing it yesterday now. I was playing it on. Let me play it for you. Let me play it. Okay. Situation reporting on here that everybody made you that with the letter, or that they will be able to, allow you to enter and submit the letter. So everybody should just comport themselves, and that place is where I've worked before, and I just wanted to. I want people to take the shine, because with me there, I won't be able to talk like a comrade in front of those people, because they're like boss to me. So better for going is the serious. It will look serious with you in front. So, even if I told anything will happen, that will be after telling you, I will make a point first. So you understand? With me, I know how these things work. But bless you, right?
So he gave them all the instructions now. This is not a calculated, organized crime. And we must get to the bottom of it.
So please, in one word, summarize this this information.
He said
This is an arranged information.
Crime. Yes.
This is an arranged information. Yeah,
only illiterate we not know what they call organized crime. Arifa did the same thing. Nobody questioned him. Only the law. And even when he did that thing, we contributed money for him profusely. Person where they make money pass people where they outside. They sleep special jail. They eat special food. They order bokoto. They order fish. They order night train, alcohol for inside jail. And you say you went to jail. Don't worry. That person where they threaten you go come out very soon. And I'm Mohbad.
I beg, no come let me bite my mouth. I don't tell you, it's not my mouth they go for a year. You
don't see I say when he come out, he come fresh. Even the hairstyle. You know it's a dread. Don't make sense. He come out to investigator. Now he probably the best way we say, now he be our journalist now. TikTok journalist. You know they see the way he can't look fresh like early morning bread. Better they play. You know these people, they think they are very smart.
You see,
they are working on us.
The public
you
should
can't
be
work
thanking
on us.
God. The public should be thanking God. Let me tell you, to the extent these people wanted to take this Yomi's own. If Yomi did not have a visa, they would just plan and say, let's plan that they kidnap you or they have arrested you. And they will come to the public. They will collect money on all the platform profusely. You don't get choice. You don't get any way to even verify. But yesterday, out of frustration, the guy saw that, these people are not buying this story. He had to show his location. Mohbad has already warned us. Mohbad gave us all the red flag. Mohbad used Perry, used Anyofe to expose this guy. Use Yeye Kudi to expose this guy. But what did we do? We still do like Mumu, because Juju they involve. Now Juju they turn person to Mumu.
You have said it all. Now God will bless you. Like
so the way we want to
they tell us to.
As they talk like this, they do some people like say they transfer £50, £100 to her like this. They scratch them. And they know what
and if they never transfer their body not they come down.
Sele, after Ayanfe came to cry here, and Yeye Kudi came to say is our own part of the story. The second day, in another platform, they still raised 1 million naira. In fact,
for this protest that they went, they paid people's transport going, they paid their transport coming. So what are we saying? Who are we to blame? Are we to blame the public who doesn't want to listen to the truth, or Yomi, who is an hopeless citizen? You know, so I think we've had a lesson to learn, and then in the hard way.
Some people will not learn. No. You go see somebody when you say for road, he go tell you say, for inside Lagos. In fact, I dey go Ibadan. My transport finish. What happen? They all come and say my man die. My wife dey hospital. Want to CS. Different story. You call Peter, come you got a cry for her, give her money, go look you, say see you. You think say you wise.
No
now
time.
What they do for TikTok be that? You
Did
know
you
they
watch-
work for me. Oh.
Did you watch Arifa's show yesterday? Arifa have started his own threat narrative like this, that I'm very sure that no how money don't they enter. He don't already put the format for grant. Say now waiting they happen be this because he has this mobile.
You know when Arifa started there, let me say something. When Arifa started, there is something Fernando said that it's not by force for you to come out and do something. When Arifa were acting as if Papa na a juju man, nobody fit do him anything. He did enough to arrest her. And they come they arrest you. Now the question be that.
No time.
Mad, yes.
No time. We went. I entered the cell. I met Prime Boy. I met Pending. I met the nurse. Why they no come threaten me now? We went to the hospital, the first hospital, the second hospital. Up to today, I've not received any threat. We went to the judiciary. We go to court every sitting. I've never received any threat from anybody. Who are these people that are threatening them? They should
because you don't want to make money. That is why they are not threatening you. You are for justice. That's why I was just telling them this morning. I said I've been to that mobile estate. You understand? Nothing. People they work out like normal life. Normal life. Now you dig here. Normal life.
Let me tell you a good news.
Okay.
Let me tell you a good news.
Comrade, but before you tell us the good news, make a quick adjourn this Arifa case. Arifa who they asked donate money yesterday for a platform, say person don't get transport to go ask.
Okay,
say
now.
Two people they look for transport.
Okay, now J for Imole. Let us know them so that we can know how to arrange their case. But anyway, we have a good news. And the good news was that after the court section yesterday, somebody came and approached us, and he was an eyewitness at the show where they said Mohbad fought, and where they said he punched the glasses, and he was an eyewitness. He saw everything that happens.
Sorry to say, I'm sorry. You can see that the numbers are many now because you are bringing good news. Check the numbers. People are many now. Hey God, continue.
So the guy came yesterday. He was a bike man, and he was an eyewitness. Only that he doesn't have the video, but he narrated everything that happened at the show. And where they said they fought, he told us how the fight went. I won't go into details. Where they said they punched glass, he told us how the thing happened. I won't go into details, but we have his number now. We have his name, and he is ready to testify at anywhere where he is needed at any time to tell his own side of the story. And I think the summary of the story is that there is no genuinity in the story that we are airing about the fight that happened at the show. I won't go into details. And he has made us to with full guarantee that anytime they need him in the court, either at the inquest or at the prosecuting high court, that he will be willing to come and give his own side of the story. So I think that was the development that came to us yesterday, and we are hoping that it will help the matter going forward. So that is just it.
You know, the matter is just like what you just said.
Police, Commissioner, Arifa, and Binti, all those things now just Sakamaji. Anybody can walk into the station. They did not invite that guy to anywhere. Anybody go station. Yeah, you go take picture.
I said it yesterday. I don't know who I was telling you this, but I said this is the first person. When he did on TikTok, he wants scam people. He office they touch. He get US flag. He get Nigeria flag. Even Tinubu said not get all the flag. But me get all of them. I go to the international scammer. They play.
If they are threatening him, you can't run to the US embassy as an ambassador. Now airport you dey run go. Oh more. That guy. I know one vessel.
It's 2 days before.
Come
don't say one jumper. 2 days before you go buy.
Come here, native black suit on top of Mohbad polo. He said he never back.
Moses, just take for what you just said now. As you said, it's a good news. Yeah, very, very good one for that matter. And so that's confirmation is there was actually a fight in the on the show, right? Is that what you said?
There was actually a fight, but the fight does not result into the ones they are talking about.
The ones they are talking about.
But do they really fight? Both of those two friends, do they really fight?
The fight was not like a critical fight the way they are talking about it.
Like argument,
arguing.
No, just like an argument, two people pushing themselves. That's all. That's all. No, nothing like broken glass.
I will inbox you. There's something I want to discuss with you. Okay, please.
Okay, all right.
It's clear. Oti clear. Like you guys, what? You know this thing. Me, I know that there is no fight.
Crime. Let's report this crime. Or
if
not
there is
continue.
fight,
let us report it to the authorities. It needs to be reported.
If there is fight,
please.
A lot of people would have come out. There was a serious fight in Ikorodu. But this one, we are not seeing people talking about it. That is where you will know that. But leave that story that touch. Which kind of fight? The fight when it happen inside the house. You dey fuck up, you dey fail, you dey do this, you dey argument, serious one in the house. Brothers, they say, brother me, hey John now, why are you doing this? Leave her alone now. We know what he play for that house that day.
Please, my question. Good morning, everybody. Please, my funny question here is that the information that my brother just brought now about the eyewitness, right? I think Perkins is claiming to be around the show when the show was taking place that time, right? As Perkins, for once, shed this kind of light to this case for over a year that we are here. Please, can anybody give me that answer? Because now waiting, I want
Perkins, they're not buying.
Sir, let me tell you something that I realized in Justice for Mohbad. People sitting down in the corner of their house, they will come out with one fantastic news. They want to be relevant. And when you ask them details, they are nowhere to be found. And that is what I just noticed. And such people are becoming popular every day, becoming relevant. And unfortunately, what they claim they know is nothing but lies. You know, I'm not referring to anybody, but I'm answering your question in a diplomatic manner. And I hope you can understand me perfectly.
Yeah. Very well, sir. Thank you, sir. Basically, what happened is my asking that question doesn't mean that I don't know the answer. I literally do know the answer myself, you understand? But just the fact that a lot of funny games keeps playing around this thing, this movement, that is where I really am getting pissed off. You understand? So that's why I said a funny question, because a lot of people are still in this movement who are there, right there, when the show was taking place. You understand? They were actually present at that event and they saw what happened, and they were being in this movement all along, but they never said anything to shed light, as in clear, at least give us clue, better one we go make sense. Nobody ever did. So now imagine a bike man who probably doesn't even have a smartphone to know what is going on TikTok all this while. He's not ready to give up his time, as in his life, or even probably more, to testify. But all these people that are making money, do you guys know how much Perkins and all these guys have made in this justice?
In fact, some information. In fact, some things that we don't. Some things that we don't actually know, that has never entered the public before. I was hearing it from that guy for the first time yesterday.
Can you imagine?
And I think there is a need for more deep investigation on that show particularly.
Are you talking about the guy outside the gate that was talking with Arifa?
No.
Okay.
No. So there are even some other things that actually transpire in that show that has not been in public space.
Comrade, let's donate now. Is it 30 million they need? That be how much?
No.
No. Don't say no. Let's get it fast. Let's get justice fast. If those witness, if not 30 million, we go donate them. Abi, Papariano.
Now, before Uncle, we won't get the justice fast too. We want it as quick as possible.
This will not be time to say nothing, not the fire. You need to come up there because now your matter dog there everywhere.
You know what?
I get more evidence, but I get more proof. Wait,
J for the money. J for the money. I wish all these guys were looking for justice.
Beginning to the end, and they are refusing to even give us a bit of clue. And it's just the bike man who doesn't have a phone. He could not record because poor man, he didn't have phone. Yeah, you know? And he can't come on the internet. He doesn't know what has been going on for the past 1 year. Maybe Mohbad don't visit that one now. Now he entered Corona inquest yesterday. Who knows?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Probably some bits. You know, the only way I've been thinking that we can actually uncover some truth about this case is by bringing all those witnesses and suspects. Bring them to, this is 8 boxes, spending, Prime Boy, the Darosha, Adura, Wumi. Wumi cannot be there. Lifestyle, Perkins. Let them act the way it happened that night.
My brother.
You understand? Like a cross-examination, but a digital one. Because you see that inquest, nonsense. But I'm happy Bankole and Smith are pressing them now. Pressing them hard. This is the right thing to do.
Hold on a bit, my brother. Hold on a bit, my brother. God bless you. You see, you actually made a solid point here. That if these people could come up and tell us something reasonable, would have been better. But we've been here all along, and they are all around the movement. They are all around the places. But they never really said something that will really help the movement. So, my brother, I try to engage with all these people. Me personally, right? I don't see any reason for it. It's left to all. Okay, look at this action of this Yomi now. Everything is just so funny. Imagine how many times we've been trying to invite this man to Papariano platform to come speak. Has the man ever come here? Did Yomi come here before he fucked up? Has he ever come here once?
You understand?
The good thing, when the sniper was saying Papariano, he said, Fegemi told him that until Papariano, the host has to invite him before he can come. I'm so happy. Thank God, Papariano not invite that man come this platform for real, because he said the host has to invite him before he will come to the platform. If you know that what you are doing, so he don't study Papariano, he don't know say if he reach here, if he enter this platform, he needs to open, so he won't just quick collect the money when he won't collect me waka. That's why. If not, what is stop him? Why is he choosing one particular platform to go? Why is he always on one particular platform? Because he know where he will feed the life to people when they deceive him, when they deceive them. So he could not step his foot here because this platform is a scientist platform.
Yes, ma. Please, a minute, ma. Thank you, ma. You see, the thing is that.
Papa, I come online here just because I did not come on here just because I want to come on. I come on here just because I had my name on this platform, and I know that nobody has said anything bad about my name, but that girl called Bina has been saying, "Sos, can you let me talk? I'm not feeling fine. Please, can you let me talk? I should just go on mute. I'm not feeling fine."
Please, you're supposed to take a chance and just come up and interrupt her like that. You don't do like that, bro. You can go ahead. The hell, you can see?
Make you explain. Make you explain.
Give for money, please, a minute. You see, these people are just made of. They are made of distractions, and you see why I don't like talking with them. They are not really gonna help because they have been here for long. Do you understand me? Imagine me saying he's been threatened, right?
Sounds beat, you would have allowed him to talk. He said he's not feeling fine. Let hear what he wants to say.
Even Toski gave him the chance to talk, but he dropped.
Bro, everybody get level now. Maybe say you just come bang him. You don't even take a space like a bit. See, when I do they give all these kind of spaces now, you understand me? If we truly need justice,
okay, sorry.
You have to stay out of emotion and you have everybody get level. You understand? We're in the middle of conversation. He came in, not even hello. He just started speaking. He came up for somebody. Does that really make sense? Nobody is here to fight. You're actually here to engage. You understand? So that's what I'm talking about.
Of the videos of the show, Perkins was the one he posted some. Do you get what I mean? He posted some of the video. That's the only part we have. But the main issue. Now, if bike man they can't give this hit now out there, say in see something, okay? And the people that have phone with them, Nigeria won't be saying we know the whole world. If something they happen, they save now video everybody they do. Everybody won't get content. Nothing tell me say nobody get video for that place now. Come on. So the people that are supposed to actually give us a bit of hit or a bit of like since last year, they are coming on TikTok every day doing their business on TikTok. This is what I see here. So now we don't even expect. Now you will come give us this hit. I'm telling you, who will not expect? Now you will come
You see, let us expose something again. See, no matter how many protests we do, that's waste of money, waste of time. It is a waste of money, waste of time. Protest is the new scam that will be used to defraud the public because you will always pay money for it. My reason is because now we are at the breach of the case. Baba should sue me. Simple. Why are you asking for government for? Why are you asking the government for? When Baba could sue
me and you, we know.
You understand? So why are we now protesting? What do we want the government to do? What do we want them to do?
We want to stand for court yesterday with glasses for eye. When they there, they show up.
They smile. If they smile, if fresh, you do nails.
They try to tell the public, say, you are wasting your time. Nothing. That's what Wumi was actually giving a slap to the public, telling us that nothing fit one. Nothing they shall let. Say she stand getting back. That was what that 24 or 25 years old girl was doing. Who is Wumi, a 25 years old girl? I look at Wumi yesterday. I asked myself, I said, those small rats. Who be Wumi? Who is Wumi? Are you joking? This is a human life. Somebody's life. Now you don't go down here. They want 24 or 26 years old girl or 24 years old girl go stand for front of court. They take pictures when your husband dey inside motor, you don't tell him body.
Now that one pay you, not see the names when it
You want to celebrate it. And now want to come and say, well, no!
Mercy, let me tell you something. Sorry, my battery went down, so I had to plug the power bank. That's why I went down. Wumi was demonstrating at the outside of the court. Believe you me, I stand to be corrected. And sincerely speaking, there is tension all over that lady. There was tension all over that lady. There was fear all over her. I can guarantee you that. All those ones she did outside that court premises, believe you me, she's just using it to gain stability for herself. She was sitting right in front of me in the court. Right in front of me in the court.
Comrade, now because say we public carry the matter for her, she needs to be scared of the public, not as family.
Make you finish first.
She was sitting right in front of me in the court. There was tension all over the girl. There was instability all over her. You can see her completely with fear. She was shaking, as in completely not settled. You see? The other side
that is why you know that she's the one that did it.
Yeah, look.
That is why you know that she's the one that did it.
Yes, this is
very obvious.
Yes, this is psychology.
Psychology,
bro.
yeah.
If I'm not there, I won't come and tell you this. But unfortunately, she started in my front.
She's the one that did it. She just want the case to go away. Every day.
As in, Mercy. When somebody sat down and the body is continuously shaking.
Yes, uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what I saw. The people that saw her demonstrating outside the
She was happy that the case they are closing and they end the court yesterday. That is why.
Exactly.
If not before then, she was not herself. Because she's the one that did it. She's praying. After I do this work well, after I beg, my Baba I beg.
No time.
Papa,
She's also scared of jungle justice. She knows that the public is not happy with her. She knows the public.
Let me tell you
fine with that. That one is the public. You know that anything can happen. Someone can throw anything can happen.
She was almost attacked. She was almost lynched yesterday. If not for the help of the heavily armed policemen that were here yesterday.
People want to finish out.
So I don't want you to always be deceived by some posture and some information that some people in the public are giving us. No, I don't agree to that. And let me tell you, we have this case, and this girl knows that we have this case. It is left for us to play our game right, play our game straight, and play it at the right time. But as it is now, our inability
as it
is now, our inability. No, Sele, I don't buy to that. All stations said to, I don't buy to that. You see, you see, I kept on Sele, I kept on saying something, and I will continue saying it. That you can have a bad case, but you have a good lawyer, you will win the case. You can have a good case, and you have a bad lawyer, you will lose the case. Do you agree with me?
Yes. In this case now.
So in this case, we see, Sele, in this case, we have a good, perfect case.
Our mother is here.
Look. Yeah, let our mother be here. We have a good and a very perfect case.
But no lawyer.
Case. But even if we have a good lawyer, you understand? What points are they trying to drag in court? You see?
God bless you.
At what point are they trying to drag in court? You see, yesterday, I wish I could be a lawyer. And the judge could not give me enough time to do my argument. And look, I asked a question during my cross-examination with the pathology. I said, pathology, you told us that the injury sustained by the deceased was a superficial injury and it cannot result into death. The guy said yes. Sele, now, I now said, pathology, professor.
Sorry. Comrade, you are lawyer. You are lawyer. I mean, they are lawyer. He talked yesterday, said the injury can cause infection, it can cause death too. Don't forget that one.
Now, listen. I was the one who established that case before San pick it up. Now, the question to the pathology was that, Oga, you said this is a superficial injury and it cannot result into death. But what is the implication of a superficial injury that was not treated the first day, was not treated the second day? It was attended to around 1 p.m. the third day. And he said the injury will be the first part of the body that will start decaying. And I said, an injury that will start decaying, what is the implication? He said it can cause death. At that point, Barrister Shitu adjusts himself on the seat. Now, what I'm trying to say is our team of lawyers needs to have something they want to achieve. You see, they defeated that pathology hands down yesterday. Hands down. And if they can agree to nullify the pathology autopsy, we have a clear game to play. The result of the toxicology is saying recommendation, further investigation to be done to validate the report of the pathology. But there was no further investigation done, but the pathology submitted its report. So let's see. We have a very perfect and a very good case. But how do we argue our case out? That is the problem we are having.
Comrade, you see, that inquest is not supposed to be open.
Yes, sir.
Until all the scientific results is out. That is the first mistake. And I'm not going to agree with you that Sanshitu is not aware of the structure of how to open an inquest. And well, he agreed. And that is why I'm happy that Smith and Bankole, they are ruling everything out. What they did yesterday is based on them not trusting the structure and strategy of how that court is operating. Or maybe they felt like there's something wrong in it. Now, let's go back to that wound. It was not a third day wound.
Wait, before you continue. Okay.
It's not a third day wound. Mohbad had that injury on Monday, early hours of let's say late Sunday, Monday, and on Tuesday, which is the second day. So there is no how that type of wound could have had those type of qualities. And there's something called blood clotting. It is something created by God that even if you cannot afford hospital, your blood itself, you understand, will clot itself. You understand? The police said to us that Mohbad was bleeding profusely from Ikorodu to Lekki. And for anybody that is bleeding profusely, I believe Mohbad is dead. Maybe around 2 a.m.
Sele, don't misunderstand me. Those lawyers did a very good job yesterday, all of them. You understand? But I am just saying that we have a good case. And if they can drive more points, we have a very good landing point. You know, that is just my own submission. They did very well yesterday. They nullified the pathology, and he too knows that it was nullified. It was breakdown as in hands down, you know. But in the issue of Bankole and Smith, Sele, what do we do? I ask you, what do we do? If Baba say he doesn't want Bankole and Smith, what do we do? Advise us.
No, well, there's nothing Baba can do. Baba will need to defend that. His lawyers will need to defend that. I mean, at the High Court. And that is where they are going at this time. And we are watching, you understand? Because for Baba to say that he doesn't want. Baba is the one that came out to say that he need a lot of help. Any lawyer, he wants to help them. If he cannot do that to, what's the name of those entertainment lawyers? If he cannot remove all those other women leader lawyer and all those things, then why is he removing Bankole and Smith? He should give us a good reason that we can argue at court. So let's watch the process. I think it's the right thing to do. You understand? It's the right thing to do.
Right from beginning, Baba don't want those people because he don't want them to dig into their secret there. Do you understand? So if a man will come out and say, public or Mona, help me fight for justice for my son, and two people are coming out from the public and say, Baba, we are here, we will join you, and you are refusing them and you are accepting others, what is behind it? You don't already get her now. It means that the man don't want to make just other people for outside come inside there, come waiting, they sub for that. Simple. Simple.
Mr. Idris, you see, something came to my mind early hours of this morning. That wait, Baba said to us, that Mohbad's lawyer said to him, is it like the ratio of what they want to give Baba to Liam is what Baba is having a problem with? That made him to mandatory the DNA. He should let us know. If they know what's buying their son, there's no reason for inquest, because this inquest have been used to scam the whole world. Host, they scam. They will collect security. They are not using any security anywhere. Nobody's threatening anybody. People are peaceful at that place. You understand? And if it is the DNA that Baba just want to use to push Liam one side, Baba should tell the whole world. You understand? He should tell the whole world instead of this headache, because Baba was fine with burying Mohbad. When you said they should call ambulance, why can't you tell Darusha to call the police at that time? The same time you told him to call the ambulance, why did you not tell him to call the police?
He doesn't suspect anybody. Let me add to you. Baba also
so why are we stressing ourselves?
Baba also told us that he doesn't suspect anybody. That means that Mohbad died a natural crime. So he not suspect anybody.
Then they should close the inquest.
Guys.
We should focus on
in Ekiti people they don't used to carry casket in their house. They used to bury subito.
Who they talk subito for them? I tell you that. Who should be subito? Ekiti. Are we not having the same tradition almost in the whole Nigeria? Mohbad is a father according to, and when man don't become papa, he don't born pikin, even if not only one, according to say Mohbad na papa, he's not allowed to be buried like a teenager or a young man that has not had family. He will be buried like a grown-up father. Baba Mohbad has nothing to do with that. He should have left it for his family member. There are elders. There are people of the community people. There are people that could handle it. There are people that could handle that.
My sister, Baba said it.
That God give it, God take it, and you coming to tell us that you don't suspect anybody, and you prayed for Wunmi and the boy and the child. What are we saying here? Baba has concluded.
Then after that prayer, Mercy Idris, after that prayer, they had a family meeting that Baba was supposed to be present. Baba told us that Blessing told him the meeting was postponed. And that meeting they had that meeting. And Adura was the one sitting in the place of Baba. Is this what is causing fight? That we have the whole world now to be looking for justice for Mohbad? Is it because they did not call you to the table of sharing? And they are putting Liam on top of you so that we can know. So that we can know.
Sele, yes. I want to appeal against one thing. You see, this case is still ongoing, and as regards the people that are giving and people that has the heart for giving, this case is ongoing, and in one way or the other, there will be need for finances But
So they should
genuine.
continue. Who
No, wait,
said that one now?
let me land.
No, don't worry. You don't need to advertise that one. Or
No, I'm just.
let me record you.
Let me let you land. Let me land now. I am just saying that if you want to do your campaign, try as much as possible not to discourage people in totality, but to encourage them in a genuine manner, because the case is still ongoing, and in one way or the other there may be future need for all this kind of thing. So the people that has that art, if we discourage them totally now, at the end of the day we might still have ourselves to suffer the negativity aspect of it. So just in your campaign, they should make sure that it is found to be genuine before they put their hand. I think that's enough.
Thank you, comrade. I've saved that one. I've recorded it. I will post it. You understand? So that the day of judgment, I will be able to play it for God. Yeah, because in this movement, anybody that comes with genuine, you will see it. You shall know the truth, and it will set you free. What we are campaigning against is giving money without accountability. It's not about not giving. It's giving money without discipline. Any money that you give out for a purpose, make sure the purpose is fulfilled. Test the waters. So what we are saying is not is the same thing.
Well, that's fine.
The movement needs money. Even the kingdom of God.
That's fine.
So I understand you.
Yeah, but let's be candid to ourselves. Even from the day one, Baba was not the one that called for justice for Mohbad. It was the public that called for justice for Mohbad. So completely, the mind is going to be different, and the motive is going to be different, and the action of the public is completely different from that of the family. If you look at it very well, we are the one that is bothered. We are the one that rose up and said, no, we no go agree. We want to know what happened. The family has already given.
Can they tell us what they want? That is why I asked that. Can Baba tell us the way we are now? Baba Kini, justice for Mohbad, they're fair. If not DNA, because he said the last time I heard his voice, he said if they do DNA, he will tell us the person that buying his son. You understand? If it is DNA, we should know so that we will stop. You understand? Mohbad get money past all of us. Maybe we say go work for our own life too.
Corporal Moses, I heard what you said. So you say you don't record that thing, Abi. So we'll play it back when the time reach. I heard what you said, but we cannot continue to be blindfolded because somebody is coming out there for justice for Mohbad, and we just have to start putting our hands in our pocket because this is what we are going through right now with Yomi already. Do you understand? If you want to call for justice for Mohbad, make sure so you get your own money first. Let's see your own action with your own money. They do them first. You understand? Don't just come and start looking for one platform or the other to use the name for justice for Mohbad to they collect money from people. This has been happening from day one. Look at Yabo Ojo and Toto Dike. Man, bust your bubble. Now, you remember when they were going up and down, when they went for coffee, they said the guy can't, he can't dash the coffee to them that he would take the car, he will pay. He's the owner of the company. So he volunteered to give the coffee for free and all that. Let me tell you, you see those two women, if you want know waiting money they don't collect for some godfatherism with the name of with Mohbad justice, they don't put money for all of them account. They know the kind of connection, they know the people when they won't get in touch to. When they don't already collect their own money for themselves in that beginning. They don't already pay themselves for the job already. People don't give them money privately without you knowing. All those they are big celebrities, those they are big godfather, those politicians and all that. They don't give them money. They don't collect their money. They don't use mobile name collect money. So this collecting money has been from the beginning. So now, may we learn for what's happening right now with Yomi, as you said before, corporate. May we use a learn lesson. Nobody they come justice for
Mohbad.
I'm suspecting you already. My eyes are on you. For you to be talking about this 13 months.
For the person. No way.
My eyes are on you.
Come to the justice with your own money. Yesterday, person not get transport to go house. People they donate money. Who send you message? When you they go, you don't say you not get transport to go back to your house. Must you use the name of justice from Mohbad to collect things? So this has to stop. So anybody that is coming for the justice, make it use the money starter. Yes. And make it they put the receipt, make it they post the receipt for line, maybe they see them. Clear. Maybe the way you can't collect people money, they use emotional blackmail for people because of waiting. No.
Comrade, I say my eyes there on you because this thing where you talk for 13 months. This thing where you talk 13 months, Yes, Mr. Rotimi, good morning.
13 months. 13 months. How? I don't understand.
I'm saying this one that you're advocating for money. Freedom of money.
My brother, don't put me.
13 months.
Wait now. Don't
no problem.
No, don't use a wrong language. I never advocated for money, and I've not advocated for money, and I don't think there is anything that is close to that. I'm just trying to tell you that you should at least make your campaign to be structured. Nothing else. If you don't agree with my view, if you don't have Sele, let's not dig
about protest. I want to ask you something about protest.
Let's not dig.
Do you think that protest is affecting what is happening in that magistrate? Do you think there's any of the protests that have been done that have affected what is happening inside that magistrate since you've been attending? Yes or no?
For me, it might have effects, but the effect might not be as effective as it's supposed to be, or as effective as we want it to be. Maybe let's say 30%, 20%. For me, I don't really see the.
Do you think that if the protests have not been done, we will still be where we are at this time, right?
Well, for me, I was an advocate of press conference. And my opinion about the press conference is that they should make it a continuous process. But the press conference was done only once, and they stopped. And probably if maybe the press...
are you insinuating that protest was not needed at all?
It's not needed at all.
No,
we are not fighting government. We are not fighting government. We are fighting a family battle. Now, family battle.
No.
Fight.
Just wait, Sele.
Because the AIG, don't forget, Baba said the AIG and DIG said, Baba, Baba supposed to reply the AIG, I need petition, they need that's our treat. Simple.
Rotimi, yes. Let me ask Sele one question. The court was heavily harmed yesterday with policemen from different angles. Where did they come from? For what purpose? Who sent them? If there is no reason, if there is no purpose, if they are not sensing something, the court wouldn't have been so congested harmed like that yesterday. My own perspective. Why? Is it not government that owns the police?
No, comrade, don't let us simulate or assume abuse of power. If they need be for the society to be for the security to be like tightened up, they will tighten it up. They were expecting Naira Marley there yesterday. They were expecting Sam Larry there. Yes, the public, the talks, they can do something. So they need to protect the place. It's better than being sorry later. Yes.
Okay. Like Roti means submission now. For me, gradually the case is dying down in the public domain. Some people felt that the case has actually ended. So how do we get the tempo back to the public to make them understand that no, this case is still ongoing? Is it not by awareness, by protest in one way or the other, by press release, publications in the news magazine, and so on and so forth?
Okay, Mr. Comrade,
we might not
focused on.
We might not
focused on protest.
100%.
I've not talked about press or other things.
Okay, protest.
See,
Okay,
the reason why I'm talking about
protest
is causing too much.
Okay,
It's costing too much, number one. And it is putting people at physical risk if there is actually a threat.
Let's hear Rotimi's view so that we can.
You see, one thing is sure in this case, right? Like what Sele just said, before the tempo is dying down, and it looks like people are getting tired. Protest is an important weapon of the society to pass a message to government or to pass your grievances to government, especially when it comes to peaceful protest. And it might not be far from the truth if you are saying that government saw the reaction of the people in that protest. The first, at the corona inquest, that's why they have to deploy heavy security. Yes, there are suspects that have been coming to that corona. They also need protection. So it's not because they were suspects were coming. Wumi is as important as Sam Larry. Wumi is as important as Naira Marley. Many people believe Wumi by her husband and they can leech their anger on her. So she also needs protection. Not because of Sam Larry. In short, the mind to even put this on Sam Larry and Naira Marley is even dead from the public domain. Maybe few people are still having the opinion that both of them have hands in the spine, but the focus is no more with these two people. The focus is predominantly mounting on the family, or those who were in the house. The new ideology of people now believe that Mohbad died in the house, and these people were far from the scene. So I don't think it's because they were coming. That is why corona inquest have to be secured with heavy security. Now, having said that, I want to go with Comrade this morning on the issue of money. Yes, if we are all advocating for justice for Mohbad, money will be spent, and those information that you need to get from the public or those evidence you need to take to court need to be financed in one way or the other. In as well, many of us might not agree with Yomi 100%. Some of us are still having the opinion that Yomi was doing right thing, because he did one significant thing in this struggle that no one has done. Very important for Yomi to create the awareness to the whole world that there was a camera in Mohbad's estate, central storage. This has omitted people's mind. For many were not even aware of such camera until Yomi came into this struggle. If that is one thing Yomi has done, for me, I applaud him for that. In other words, he has left the legal team to move towards the court.
Mr. Ruti, please don't talk about
bro, if I get me, yes, bro.
Because now you are making us feel like the legal team is not supposed to do private investigation now.
Salano, don't interject me yet.
Mr.
If you interject me, I will lose.
Thank you so much.
I will lose my thoughts. You see, the truth is this, right? You might be in South Africa for 2 years. You might be somewhere else fighting, but it's easier to say wherever you are. But being in Nigeria, putting your life at risk, we all know how delicate this case is. Truth be told, all of us who have been in this case for more than 9 months, 1 year, we know how powerful or delicate this Mohbad case is. One of my boss came from the other side. He was telling me, he said, this is also person, I won't call the name, I say, Pai Mohbad. I said, how do you hear that? He said, it's not from here. I heard it when I was in Abeokuta. The news is underground. Everybody knew what really happened. But because it's still a rumor. Now, if you're me, and made that bold step to go to that estate and created the awareness. It is very important. If it's a country that is working very well, brother, Nigerian police will swing to action, or DSS will go there and get those cameras, those evidences. None of us even talked it through to say, okay, was there any camera? But this man went there and he put it to the whole world and look at what I discovered. That was a very big step. What we need, if they are saying autopsy or toxicology is inconclusive, yes, we'll look away for a better evidence that could nail those people in the house. In as well, you, Sele, Madam Comrade Moses, and every other person here believe Mohbad died in the house, and everybody in that house, they are suspects. Therefore, we need to monitor their movement from Sunday morning to Tuesday afternoon, when Mohbad was declared dead. I'm not asking that Yomi has the evidence in his hand, even CCTV. No, I am saying he created the awareness for every one of us. We've been in a struggle before Yomi came in, maybe a month or two ago, and he came into this. He came in and he went straight to the estate and he created the awareness for us. And he began to shout on his voice that phone forensic is important. All of us have been saying this. Why is police not doing this? When they saw that, come on, this is coming at us now. Let's pursue this guy. This voice that is awakening this old issue. Let me take you back to Abuja protest. Let me take you back to Abuja protest by Amika. The moment that heated Abuja, it created another issue in the FCT and the environment. He did not. Are you kidding me? They have not buried this young man. What are we hearing? Because there is no way you will do a protest in Abuja, Lagos. These are the most important cities in Nigeria. Lagos, Abuja, probably Port Harcourt. Once anything is happening, it goes immediately, it sends signals across the nation. That protest, they quiet Ayamika voice because they saw that where is this coming from again? At the FCT, the city of power, you are staging a protest for who? For Mohbad. The senator came out, the House of Rep, they received them. And that's a strong signal. So if someone like Yomi came out and people feel it's because it's after money, this guy has been eating before now. Many people who collected money have been eating before now, right? Once they come into this struggle, who has the evidence today? The legal team have not deemed it fit to approach any court to compare the estates to release the CCTV footage in Mohbad. If this is what Yomi has brought to us, we all need to sit down, channel our energy towards that estate CCTV storage. Let's see if their timing of Mohbad's death is wrong or right. Let's see if we could see how the nurse came in to that house. Let's see if the nurse did not even come at all. Who have even come to that house before that day? Let's even see. The one was gone on Monday as they are lying to us. So these are things we all need to put our voices together and begin to shout on our voices. Government, no, that estate, they have a storage. Let's echo it in as much Yomi has hinted us. Nobody. BJ sat in UK, is giving us gas goals. He will come and tell you one thing or the other. He posted whoever he wants to post. But BJ can't come to Nigeria. Do you think it's easy to be in Nigeria? In the street and be shouting. It's not easy, bro. What is his name? Veron and Arifa was taken to prison. Many people said they should keep quiet. Those in Nigeria should leave justice for diaspora. Because we are afraid they created that fear in people's hearts. People could not even talk again. People were dropping. The voice was going up because they arrested those guys and put them behind bars until they have to come in before those guys were released. Today, another person is coming in the same Nigeria and he's shouting, they are chasing him away. Many of us want to believe he staged that, but I don't want to believe that. Because if they could take Arifa and lock them up without a bail, if they could take Veron and lock him up without bail, they could take anybody in Nigeria. Yes. It's easier to be abroad and say this and fight for justice. Nobody, you are protected by the system. Before you can even be deported to Nigeria, they have to look at what you have done wrong. You know, so you see, sometimes it's easier to say, no, he has city money. No, we should look beyond finance. Because when you are dealing with criminals, you need to be smarter than them. You need evidences. And you need overwhelming, not just evidence. Evidence that we need. Yes, it's kind of thing. I want to believe he's not in a rented apartment. That's my opinion, but I don't know you more. Because they are look at them, the other is actors or actresses. They are making it in the industry. People have rested here and say, no, let me focus on my film. Let me be a director.
Rotimi, 1 minute, sir. You made a good point. But in the aspect of public disagreement and dissatisfaction as regards his character, attitude, and the manner at which he handles the transaction, let us not be sentimental about that. I like your submission. There is a Yoruba adage that says, Taba Beranwi, Kashekini, Kaberanwi. I believe you are a Yoruba man. So let your submission and your opinion, let it be balanced. This guy had done some things that are horrible. Let us.
I think along the line I said that in my submission that he has not done 100% well, but we are focusing on the areas that can lead us to get what he wants in this justice. I don't want to dwell in his mistakes. Who am I not to make mistakes? Even in my submission, I've made mistakes along the line. Even you comrades are not 100% right.
Mr.
We all make mistakes.
Mr. Rotimi, even with everything that the public has been doing, with everything, and at the end of the day, the police said, Baba, LOC. What matters to me in that conversation is what was Baba respond? I really want to know what Baba respond. Because what Baba respond matter a lot, and it goes along with this justice movement.
Let me throw this at you this morning. This one thought I've been with for more than 1 week, and he repeated it this yesterday, and even Celeb Plaza repeated this. Baba is part of the script, and I will tell you, and I have my own reason of saying that. I'm not defaming him, but by what my opinion, by what I've seen so far in this struggle, from beginning of Justice for Mohbad, Baba narration omitted blessing. It shows Baba was hiding something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, so that is why if anything is coming in against Baba right now, I cannot defend him any longer. Because if blessing has called Baba first, before Mama Mohbad, why Baba jumping blessing, not talking about it in his issues, in his narration? He can only told us that Mama Mohbad called me on Tuesday. Where is blessing in this matter? How can Baba not, until Baba came out to assert to that story by his brother when Kemi Olulo, Auntie Kemi called Baba and he said, your daughter called you first. Baba accepted. But subsequently in Baba's story, Baba has been omitting that line of story. For blessing to call Baba is important to Baba's story. Why is Baba removing that from his story? It's a big question to ardent Baba followers. If they are listening to me, they need to wake up from their dream. We are fighting for Mohbad, not for Baba. So, on the issue of, it's not new for police to tell Baba, Baba hands is not clean 100%. If Baba, he has not come with a clean hands to this matter of justice for Mohbad. If you are come with a clear, you should tell us when Blessing called him and informed him. Apart from the fact that Prime Boy also called him, let's even go to spending. I said spending. Let's go to Blessing. Blessing called you as a father. You can't say you forget to add that to your story. And even
where the blood is, where to see the blood.
Mr. Richie, are you saying this is the reason why the police said Baba Ilogbomo Yesu?
Because Baba is not fighting the right cause. Look, very
What
wicked.
are we now doing? Why is the
Yeah,
inquest
see,
still open? Why are we
because
wasting
the
time?
public, it's because of the public, Sele. The public is the one pushing this. But Baba does not know how he's going to submit to the public. Public has donated money for him, and they are fully behind him. Now, we are seeing something that they are not pushing hard. Who has this sue? Nobody. People say you cannot sue me. The way Wumi lambasted Baba in January, it was the way Wumi talked to Baba rudely was enough for Baba to take that lady to court and sue her. Why is Baba running away from suing Wumi? That is a big question. Someone you believe you don't like, someone you believe she's refusing to do DNA. Why don't you sue her? Let everybody case to court.
Sean poison.
Mr. Rotimi, because when I wake up on the side of my bed this morning, and I remember when Baba said, when the statement of the police saying Baba Elogbe Omoyinse, it affects me mentally. Like all this, it affects me mentally. And my challenge to the legal team with that statement of the police, what step has Baba legal team taken, and what was Baba respond? Is it that Baba, after they said Baba Elogbe Omoyinse, is it that Baba was like, okay, I'm a one conscious? What is Baba respond? Baba, can you please tell us your response and your action? Legal team, we challenge you. What is your response concerning that statement and that this thing? If Baba truly did not have something that is hidden concerning this justice for Mohbad.
Now, very good.
Why did they not put the petitions that are not answered forward at that time?
Now there are so many issues. If you want to point them out towards Baba, that Baba is not taking action on. After the protest of Ayamika, the issue was mismanaged. We saw what Okumuyiwa and Baba did. They were not on the same line along the line. They fell out in their submission until they tried to realign. Now, if we move further to what Yomi appointed our mind towards, in a right sense of justice, you should know that your legal team, at the moment Yomi said CCTV was in Mohbad estate, not in his household, the estate and the phone forensic echoed. The legal team was supposed to see their action towards that statement. That yes, let's get down to this. Forget what is going on in Corona right now. Corona, you will be explaining. They've told you that by government autopsy that is inconclusive. Now you are looking for evidence to tell them, okay, I suspect this, I suspect it. These are my evidences. You can imagine to this extent, you are abroad, that phone forensic has not conducted after 1 year in justice for Mohbad. Phone forensic of those in the house, brother. And the legal team are seated, thinking they are doing one thing or the other that is good.
Thank you so much.
I mean, this is insane. This is worrisome.
There is private investigator.
We don't go private. I'm going to go to court and tell court to compel police to do some forensic. Even Baba have been to Berekete. These are what issues that they're supposed to see that. I don't think they are serious. Imagine me and you sit together and probably a comrade is there. We are brainstorming. What will be possibility we want to go and tender before Berekete? We say, okay, we are going to a larger voice. Okay, let's look at the phone matter. Let's begin to echo it. Yes, bro.
Yeah, it is me and you. We are the one looking for what killed Mohbad. I don't think they are looking for it because they know what killed Mohbad. They are looking for how to manage it. Me and you are still looking to know what killed Mohbad exactly. It's a two different things. Okay, and that's why Yomi Fabi himself is looking for what killed Mohbad, just like you, me, and all of us. Now, I understand that there are so many things that are lacking on the side of Yomi Fabi. One, there's one I would have wanted to play to you so that you can analyze. I mean, I like your faith. I like your support in Yomi Fabi. Me, myself, at the time, I mean, through this platform, I said, let Yomi Fabi do whatever he has to do. And he has talked about this central camera of a thing. And I think we all appreciate that. So let me just play this. This is from Yomi Fabi. Please
Oh my God, how do I even have that on mic? I need to play that that video that he shared, that one that he talked about, he's no longer in Nigeria. Does anybody have it at hand there? Let me see if I can quickly bring it out. Let me check. I just wanted to hear something from it. Where is it? Did somebody send it to me?
3 minutes 59 seconds one. The 3 minutes 51 seconds.
You send it to me? Oh, I don't know. Did anybody send it to me?
Yes, I think I have it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, can you play it, please? If you have it, please play it.
Let's see.
Because me, I like to have them by their words. That's the thing. I don't want to say things that because it's not good and respectful. At least if he's right, let his words prove him correct, not emotions that will be adding. Let's just look at it. Whether it's proper.
2024, and this is 26 minutes past 1 p.m. And justice fighter, those that are seeking justice for Mohbad, they just left the House of Assembly. Arifa, Onile, Bintilayi, Madam Grace, all of it, thank you. I am supposed to be there with you guys. I was already in Lagos yesterday, like this, but unfortunately, I have to jump on the next available flight out of Nigeria because I have been penciled down for assassination. You had me clear. For the first time in my life, I know that they are going to take my life out. I have given everything I have to the police.
Pause. Okay, Rotimi, can you hear me? Please unmute. This is the police. Please unmute.
I can hear you.
Yes, so Rotimi, from what we have just said here now, so let me take it a little bit back. Just from before you talk about he jump on the available flight. Okay, in fact, don't worry, don't play. You heard when he said he jumped. Please play it back. Please just take it a little bit back. Just focus on when he jumped on a flight.
For the first time in my life, I know that.
That's like 10 seconds, right?
Just take it back, no problem. Just play. Take it a little bit back, like 20 seconds back.
I have to jump on the next available flight out of Nigeria because I have been penciled down for assassination. You have to clear.
Pause. So now, before whatever, so one, he was not attacked first. Okay, me and you will agree on that. And he probably know about the attack that is gonna come, right? Can we first agree on that point?
Yes, Papa.
He was never
how delicate. Yeah. Sorry, let me just forget it. He knew how delicate the case is. Remember that the first time he went to the estate, he made us realize that they were after the person that wanted to give him some probably evidence or information, that they were tracking that person. That was the first where he told us about the threat. For me, that is a risk of the threats. But along the line, but let me stop there. Go ahead and continue first.
All right.
Because I want to talk the other side.
Yeah, so first of all, Yomi was never attacked, but Yomi believed that he was penciled down for assassination. So that is why he booked a flight. It's like, let me say you were told that you were going to be, assassinated in the next 3 days by confirmed information. All right. So you're not going to wait for that 3 days to come before you move out of the country. So you already bought your flight and then you move on. You don't just jump on flight, right? He must have booked that flight, right? Rotimi, can we agree on that?
Papa, in as much I will be, you are very correct, but let me say the other side of it. And I want to agree with you. You must have booked a flight. You don't book a flight that very day. Because you already, maybe you have a signal that something is coming. They might link it to you. I don't know your source of information. But that aside, now, if
He might still be playing my game with us because the people are after. He might still be even in Nigeria.
So don't analyze further. Don't analyze. I mean.
Okay. Yes, I agree with you.
They said they said he booked a flight. He booked a flight on the 28th. Okay, so he might have known about the attack that is coming up in the next 2 days, and then he booked the flight. Now we have penciled that one down. That there is an attack that's supposed to come to him, but he was never attacked. That is made clear. But he knew he had a whistle blowing, a whistle blow, that there's going to be an attack on him, and he took a preemptive measure. That is not a problem. That is good. Anybody can do that. Nobody want to die. So let's play on, please. Play it on. Play it on, tell them.
My life, I know that they are going to take my life out. I have given everything I have to the police, and they are working hard. Nothing must happen.
Stop. Rotim, do you understand the word that pronoun, everything? Do you know what it means, right? It's an English word, everything.
Everything he have. Every evidence he thought he had, exactly. Or he had, just give it to
as things stands now. Yeah, so as things stands to this point now, there is no evidence left in your mind, right?
Well, of course, you might have the copy of the evidence, of course.
No, I mean, there's no new evidence in his hand. He has given everything.
There's no new evidence.
I mean,
by that statement, there is no
by
new
that
evidence.
time, yeah, sure, he's not investigating because it's not there. Mm-hmm. So by that time, everything he has given it to the police, right? Mm-hmm. Don't forget that some concerned or intelligent people have been asking for this evidence he had all this while, and he has refused to give it to them. Did he know he was going to be attacked before going to give all of those evidence to the police? And does he trust police? Please wait. Did he know that he was going to be attacked, and the right place to secure that important evidence is in the hand of the police? One, why not, as everybody has been requesting him, to give it to the legal team that is representing this case with a lawyer? Or which lawyer is he working with, okay, that have that evidence that can follow up with the case? That is, just wait, I'm building up a question. One, for him not to give that evidence that he has to Baba Mohbad legal team and to Baba Mohbad, but instead he's saying he has given everything to the police. It means he trusts the police more than Baba legal team, or how? But let's say he trusts police more than Baba legal team, more than Wahab Shitu, and more than Odumosum. And now, how do we know whether police see what he gave to them as an evidence when he is not giving it out for us to see? How do we know that we should drag police or not when he is just keeping it? Papayano, today, if I want to scam you, wrote him, listen please. If I said I have a lot of important evidence and I've given them to the police, and police is not acting, how do you know whether that evidence is even strong enough, worth enough to drag the police or not drag the police, or have a case with them or not have a case with them? You know, that's a statement that anybody who wants to play on your intelligence can use, right? It's like, it's a place where you cannot question them. They speak in a certain way, okay, in which they speak in a certain way in which you cannot question them. If you want to catch them or question them, they're gonna escape like a dribbler. Sure, you understand? Okay, you wrote to me, let's say Paparano, I want to see the difference. I have an important evidence right now that I have been gathering all this while, and I've given to the police. The police is not be acting on it. Go and hold them. But I've given them everything. How do you differentiate this with your own? Yeah, go on.
Paparano. Remember, police invited this same guy before now, right? Maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago. When police invite you,
For what? Invited him for what? Don't forget, wait 1 minute. Don't forget. The reason why he was invited was that, as it was said here, that I hear, I don't know, they said that he wanted to protest in front of Lagos State House of Assembly. Okay, that's Alausa there. So he informed them. Normally, before you protest, you have to inform the police. You have to inform them. Okay, so he informed them about the protest, and they invited him and wanted to establish reasons why he cannot have it. So it was not that somebody petitioned him, because if it was petition, if it's invitation by somebody else, then they will send him the letter of invitation and they will relay the allegations made by the person. For example, when Mohbad father was invited to the police station by Oba Elegushi, we saw it then that he's invited to the police station for defamation, for this, for that, for that. So what was Yomi invited for in the first place? Do you know it or you don't know?
Thank you, Papano. That is why I don't know. It's an assumption. And that's I want to talk in line.
Why is it working? Why is it not making things clear?
Now, hold on.
Okay, first answer me first. Why did he take the evidence to the police and not to the legal team? Go on.
That's why I talked about him visited the police. When police invite you, right? Where police might ask you reason why you want to do this protest. Good. Further, they might ask him for more. What so far we'll be seeing you, and when police invite you, they might want to interrogate you. Remember, as of yesterday, I fell on his life. About 1.3 people were on his life yesterday when he was talking about when they went to the police station.
Police can't interrogate you unless the suspect for committing a crime.
If police interrogate you, you won't say no. You will not answer them.
No.
They would invite you.
Just listen. Police can't interrogate you unless they suspect you to have committed a crime, and they must tell you what crime you have committed. So, what crime did they say you committed? Go on.
Apparently, the interrogation doesn't mean that they are interrogated to be a suspect. No, I am just talking about police invite you.
Wait, please wait.
The interrogation should be on a linear ground.
Police are human beings. Before I question you about something, let's say police, I must have suspected you to have done that in two of us.
True. What I'm saying, you are taking it in a criminal way, and I'm saying on a linear ground.
It's a criminal for police to interrogate the person, not to be criminal basis.
Maybe I use a stronger one. Let me use the word he was interviewed. Yes, let me use the word interviewed. Now, when police invited him, right? We don't know the extent of which they said, but he made mention of something yesterday that he said, one of the police in charge, that DIG or so, called the man in charge who was Mohbad. That was how I knew
I think DCP, not the DCP.
Yes,
I mean, that's the police.
He called him the man who actually exhumed Mohbad. And that one started arguing with him or with them at the police station that he has a wound in his hand. That is the only wound he has in his body.
The man who exhumed Mohbad? No, wait.
The police officer that led the action.
Wait, please. No, please wait, please. I'm very much deep in this case, and there are some things I have to put straight. The police man who was in charge, the previous DCP, okay, who was in charge of this case, died in Ibadan when he went for Ileya, the one that died in Oyo State. This is a new DCP. Okay, the real one that exhumed Mohbad died.
Paparano, I'm not trying to saying the truth or not, but I'm quoting what he said. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I am telling you what he said.
I'm cross-examining you.
Yes, good, Paparano. I am quoting what he said. I'm making reference to what he said as at yesterday. What he said was that they called him the man who exhumed Mohbad. And that man said he has an injury in his lower arm. That is the only injury he has in his body. I'm quoting Yomi directly now. It might be, they might show him another person, I wouldn't know. They might show him the right person, I wouldn't know. But according to what he said, and that's why I want to believe that while he was there, definitely he talked at length with the police. That's why I use the word interrogation, or probably interviewed. He talked at length with the police, and they discussed, okay, now you have been in this fight now. You want to do protest. what do you have? You say you were in his house, we saw your video. I'm just trying to analyze probably what could take place between him and the police. That okay, we saw you in the estate, we are talking about the camera, we are talking about phone for it. Okay, what evidence do you have now that you can give us right now? Probably maybe those evidence he said he tenders to them. I would have loved him to come back to those. Maybe Bro Lati was one of the platform, was one of the financier of him in his course of action. So he owes them that accountability. If Brother Lati today is asking Yomi, can you send this evidence to me on a confidential ground? And Yomi rejected that, then I will know that something is wrong somewhere, Paparano. Let me repeat that.
Rotimi, let us make it this way. Okay. Now, can we all agree that Yomi Fabi trusts the police more than Wahala Mohbad and his legal team?
Paparano, I will say no. I will say no.
If he doesn't trust them, why does he have a very serious and important information? And you know Baba and his legal team are working so hard to know what killed Mohbad, and he didn't share it with them. Instead, he went to give everything to the police. Why?
Now, police is an authority, Papariano. Nigerian police is not like your UK or US police. So you can say you are infringing on my human rights. Nigerian police will compel you to give them what you have. And Yomi won't say no.
Please wait.
You think Yomi will say no to Nigerian police?
No, please wait. Nigerian police will never force Yomi to bring whatever he has to them. It is Yomi who feel like it's safe in their hands and give it to them.
Okay, now, Papa, I am saying this, right? We know how our system works, right? We know if police invite you, for instance, say, I want to see you. Their fear.
Now you are making you are making things a little bit tedious. Why was Yomi invited? That's the question.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't there. We might be invited on the ground of protest, fine. But when we got there, they might go beyond the protest.
These are the things. These are the things. Whenever you guys have chance, that's why I'm saying that, right? And sometimes I don't like to put sand. I don't like to put sand in people's business. Okay, I can tell because I understand. I can tell from the looking of things that things are not right. Okay, but when it comes to spoiling people's business, I don't very much like to do it, and that's why sometimes I distance myself from those things. I can decide not to talk about this and just be silent, but that doesn't mean everything is all right. Okay, you as an experienced person or as an intelligent person, you can tell that a lot is not right. If this man is working with so many persons, for example, the Yekode who first financed him, okay, he could not even show them any of the evidence confidentially. This other platform, this Lati, the ex-convict guy, why didn't he give what he has to that ex-convict? Yet he doesn't trust the ex-convict. What he has, why didn't he give it to Wahala Mohbad and his legal team? Yet he doesn't trust them. But he went to give everything to the police and he flight out and he booked his ticket and fly out. Come on.
Papano, let me come in this way again. You see, the legal team, I will even say that through Bukky Jesse or through the Yekudi, I believe at the time Yomi didn't trust these people any longer. When he saw that, okay, reach out to the legal team. He said Baba is aware. He has reached out to Baba. According to him, at the time in his show, they asked him. He reached out to Baba. But I don't know if he has a cordial relationship with Okumuyiwa.
And okay, now let's say what if police don't use it, don't investigate it, don't use it. Now will he bring it to us? Because how do we know whether it is worth for us to force the police to take what he gives them serious?
Thank you, Papa. Yes. And I love your reasoning. This is where we need to question Yomi. God bless you. This is where we need to ask him for the evidence. The evidence you gave to police. Police is not using it. Can you give it to us or a public lawyer to make use of it? Because we finance you. We like, okay, indirectly we send you an errand. You take to
guys,
police.
but whenever Yomi come back, from wherever he has been, okay, please, people, since he has given it to police, now he should be able to give it to some confident, to some people.
It's already in the public domain.
Not Alifa, not Westco, not all those guys who are operating guru. Let him give it to people who you guys trust and who can say that yes, there is something behind that this guy have, okay, and let lawyers begin to work on it. All right, I understand all of these things are just jokes. For me, it's a joke already. I don't think so.
Maybe just a distraction.
For him to even go give police those things. How did he get it in the first place? I don't know. How did he get it? With that court order, did he just go there to get? I don't even know. Okay, however he got it. However he got it. Okay.
If you ask all these questions, why did you bring me up now? Make a day go my go. You don't.
Okay, go on, Toby. Don't be Toby, sweetie. Go on. Oh yeah, Toby, go on. Speak on.
Good morning. Thank you, Papariano. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm always scared to come on your platform. You are too intelligent. You will just be asking all the questions. You don't let us
just talk about things.
Mr. Rotimi, good morning. I mean, I listened to you and I understand your perspective. Again, what I understand, from everything you've said, I can tell that you listened to Yomi and you kind of supported his movement, and you kind of believe that he has something to offer. But I picked a few questions from your submissions. You said something about the police. Let me start from that because I wrote them down. You said something about the Nigerian police. We all know how the Nigerian police is and all of that. But you also are confident in the fact that Yomi said he gave the things he got to the police, the same police that you have no faith in. What if police, now doctors, whatever it was, or whatever it is that Yomi has given to them, how do we know? Because again, you trust that Yomi gave it to the police, but the same police you don't trust.
Toby, this Parano last submission or last question just answer the same thing you said now. That is why we all need to ask Yomi. I'm not siding Yomi, and I love the way you came in. Fantastic. Truly, you see my opinion or my mindset towards Yomi. I just feel like he is coming, pointing our mind towards good evidence for this cause. Because that evidence Yomi is bringing on is one evidence that is very germane to pursue this cause. Evidence that you cannot even deny. Evidence that it is very hard for you to say, no, the CCTV was doctored. Because we all looked at it. Now, if what is given to police doctored it, the onus is for you now, or for us, to compel him or to ask him to say, okay, give it to so person, so that we'll have a copy. And as I said earlier, that I believe he has a copy of what he has given to police. So he still have a copy in his domain. Can you share with Brother Lati who you think you trust, who you come on to his platform every now and then? Can you give it to any other person you think you trust? It cannot be only with you and police. There will be trust issue. And I am the same mind with you. If that is what you think, and is what I think too, you shouldn't just be the one to have the evidence. You give to police
so
that we don't.
Let me now, where you landed now, let me now take the second question from there. So now you said something. You said that because people financed him, people sent him to do that job, so he owes it to them, at least to share some of the evidence. Like he just said now, even if he gives it to Lati or he gives it to Baba Mohbad or somebody. Now, why then did the people, the same people, why then did they stand against Bossman and Yeye Kudi, who from the beginning commissioned Yomi to go and do that assignment for them? Why did they say, no, don't give? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you said, I wrote it down when you said it. You said, we financed him. We sent him on errand. I wrote it down. I put it in italics when you said it. So if Yeye Kudi and Bossman financed him and sent him on errand, why then did we stand against them when they said Yomi owes it to us to come back with the feedback to us because we sent him on an errand? Is that not being double standard? Is that not hypocrisy?
No, hold on. Don't use that strong word yet, Toby.
No, I'm not using the strong word. I asked now. I said, is that not? I'm not. When I said it was not you in person.
Okay, that's the question. That's the question.
No,
yes,
hold on. No,
the timing.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Rotimi. You probably didn't understand me. They called him privately. They had private conversations, not on a platform. You understand? They financed him privately, not on a platform. So, demanding feedback from him privately, was it too much? If we thought that it was too much for them to be demanding for feedback from the assignment, from the errand that they sent him, why then do we now want Yomi to give us the same feedback because we financed him? That's why so when I said, is that not double standard? Is that not hypocrisy? Not to you. I'm throwing it generally to the public.
Okay. Now let me react to that now. Let us rub my this way. Before Yomi came out to say he's giving this to the police, if not that he ran away now, would I even heard that from him? I hope you know that, Toby. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Even if not that he ran away now, we would have known that he has already given those evidences to the police. Do you want to believe that? Because before now, he hasn't told us. On mute, Toby, let's be talking together.
Yes, I agree with you.
Because before now, we still believe he has the evidence with him alone. Because after the fallout of Yekudi and the Bossman, for me, that period, I believe, was too young for them to come at him. Now, okay, I'm talking about the Bossman now.
Yes.
Now, Yekudi, when they came at him, he was so young. Agitation was so young at that time that I want wait a minute, what is going on? He is guarding this evidence. You guys say, give it to us. You have the rush. But if at this point, that's what I told Papa at that time, Nigerian police, there's a way they extract information from you. If they invite you, for instance, they can decide to detain you, my sister. So say, okay, we ask you a question, you don't want to give it to us. You are detained. Now it become an issue. Who will come after you? But they might even talk him out of point as, okay, the evidence you say we have, we are the police, we are going to investigate. They might lure him, deceive him to get those evidence from him. And he gave it to them. But what we are saying, after giving it to them, that means you have made it public. In other words, you can as well give it to us. Those who have financed you. Toby.
I get you. So let me ask you one more question.
So at this moment, we have the right to request for the evidence from him. In as well, I have given it to the police already.
Absolutely. So let me ask you one more question before I make my submission. Do you believe he gave any evidence? Do you believe, number one, do you believe there is an evidence? And number two, do you believe, if at all there's an evidence, do you believe he gave the evidence to the police?
If I believe there's an evidence, of course, I want to stand by his word. I'm quoting him. I wasn't there. Whatever he has gathered, he called this an evidence. Police might see it as not an evidence. But to him, it's an evidence. Until he brings it out for us to see. To say, okay, this is what I got. This is the text message. This is the... He didn't talk about the camera anyway. That he has the camera already. You know, he didn't mention the type of evidence he has in his domain. Until he brings it out for us to know if there is an evidence or not an evidence. But at this moment, I will stand by what he said. Quoting him that he has an evidence.
Okay. All right. So let me now share with you my own thoughts. Okay. So I'll take it back a little bit to the much I can remember. So I remember that prior to the September 11th inquest, I remember that part of the demands that Yomi made was funds to settle police people in Ikorodu. There was a day he said he went to Ikorodu, he went to speak with the DPO, went to speak with this person, with that person, to inform the police so that, they would also be aware of what was going to happen in Ikorodu. I mean, that is just a proper thing to do as it's a civic duty. So if you want to do a protest, you go there to notify them, not to go and take permission. You have your right to protest. So you go to notify them so that they can also be on guard to ensure. No, it's not like a permit. No, you don't ask for permit. No, Mr. Rotimi, hold on. Mr. Rotimi, hold on. I'm not arguing with you. Just hold on so that you listen to what I'm saying. If I come to you for a permission, that means that I am not permitted. I need your approval. But if you go to what is in the Constitution, as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have a right to protest. The only thing you don't have right to do is to obstruct the movement and daily livings of other people. So when you want to protest, you will go and notify the police so that they can also be aware, because it is their responsibility to ensure the safety of lives and property of everybody and to ensure that you are not infringing on the rights of other people. So you're not going for a permission, you're not going for an approval, you're going to notify them and they will ask you necessary questions and they will allow you do what you want to do. So he said that he needed to do that. And he said, you know how it is with our people. I will need to settle here and there. This was prior to the 11th of September. That was before the inquest on the 11th of September. Okay? Now, we all saw how that protest went. We saw how, police was present there. Everybody was present there. And apart from police, he also got other security, they got the anti-cultist guys that secure Ikorodu, and then he got bodyguards. Now, I think it was sometime last week, on his page, he posted a letter that he addressed to the Lagos State Commissioner of Police. That letter, if you go and read it, it should be on his page because I saw it on his page, where he said, he was notifying them of the intention to carry out a protest in Lagos on the 30th of September. A day after he posted that letter, that he published that letter on his page, was when he said he had been invited to go to the police. So I remember stating on the platform that this is a no-brainer. Instead of saying, oh, they've arrested Yomi, they've done this, they've done that, perhaps we should listen to him. We should let him come out because, for me, it was a no-brainer. If you go and submit a letter that you intend to do a protest, they will invite you and say, what is this protest about? Who are the people? Are you responsible for them? They will ask all those questions, yada, yada, yada. They will ask all of the necessary questions. And that was it. Now, he came up to say, so from everything I have stated so far, that means in September, he was very much in touch with the police. He had conversations with the police, whether in Ikorodu or whether at the Commissioner of Police office. You understand? So that means his face was well established in their minds. Okay? Suddenly, he releases a video. I'm out of the country, assassination attempt, assassination threat to my life, and everything I have handed it over to the police. But I began to wonder, as I listened to him, I said, if the same you who had, been in and out of the police's, office and all of that, a number of times this month, in the same September, the same you who is claiming to have handed over evidence, everything you got to the police, when you were informed of the assassination attempt, why did you not go to the police? Why did you not inform the police?
Bobby.
Do you understand my question now?
I'm not objecting a little.
I'm listening to you.
Sorry if I will ask you this question. Do you live in Nigeria or you are abroad?
Ask your question. From my answer, you will know where I live.
Now, I live in Nigeria, 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can tell you I'm not doing anything shady or anything wrong. Okay. Whatever we are doing. Everybody knows I live in Nigeria. I never hide that from anybody. Now, you see, well, we talked, me and you are trying to argue about the permission or allowed, whatever. The police say, no, you cannot protest. My dear, it's your right. They will still tell you cannot protest. There's nothing you will do. They will tell you, okay, the reason you are seeking their, what is the word you use?
That you go to notify them.
Notify them, yes.
They cannot say, sorry, you cannot
notify
do it.
them. Yeah, police can tell you, say you cannot do it.
Yes,
it means
but there is a difference. Mr. Rotimi, get me right. There is a difference between seeking permission and nothing. If you come to me, if my son comes to me to say, I need to go somewhere, I'm telling you, I can tell him, no, you cannot go.
Don't be common sense, common English.
Carry on.
Yes, notify, we know the meaning of all this, but I'm still putting it to you. Unmute your mic. I'm putting it to you. That if police tells you that you cannot carry out this protest, it means you are not allowed. You are not permitted. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Fine, thank you. The fact that you notify us, right, does not give you the permission. If they don't give you the green light, you can't do it.
Yes,
but once you see the green light come, that's what I'm saying. That is the essence of you notifying them. They tell you that, okay, the security of lives in that, there's a hostile situation going on around that place, and we don't want you to aggravate it or to escalate the issue. We are not permitting you. They
can even suggest you go to another place and go and do it.
Fine, thank you. So all me and you will still argue at the end of the day, we arrive on the fact that it was permitted or allowed. You see the same thing. Now, having said that, you see, in as much you have a question towards your mischaracter, I do have for some things that he has done that is not well, that is not all go well with me, that I'm against. But that doesn't mean I will focus my energy towards those things. For me, I'm trying to focus my energy towards where we can get evidence and nail whoever that by Mohbad. You mean my mom have acted 100% right. We all, in one way or the other, in as much I supported African TV in the initial stage. When I read through his MOU with Baba, I saw the 70-30. It was reasonable for me. It wasn't after Mohbad's property. It was after his own fresh investment, which on a ground of reasonable, African TV was 100% correct or right to me. That's my opinion. It wasn't after Mohbad's property. It was only trying to get Mohbad's property from an unauthorized person. So if at that moment that Yomin has done one thing to take our focus towards getting evidence that could nail whoever that tied Mohbad, I go for what he has put to us. Now, let me go to the police. This police that said they handed over this case to Lagos State government, according to Berekete, remember that our hands are no more in this case. We are handed over to Lagos State government. It's the same police that never saw anything wrong in the house of Mohbad to be locked up or to be investigated. It is the same police you are now giving evidence to.
No, before you go to that one, let me add one more for you. The same police that allegedly said, Baba, go and bury your son. Mistake has occurred.
It means they don't want to investigate.
The same month, everything in the same September ahead. It is now the same police that you handed evidence to. Carry on, Mr. McGuigan.
So definitely they will destroy whatever you are bringing to them. They will throw it in the bin, 100%.
Okay, so let me now go back to that question, to the last question I asked you. Crunch Queen, Emma Binuma, let me just quickly say this last thing. I'll let you speak. Mr. Rotimi, let me go back to that last question I asked you again. So do you believe that evidence was given to the police? And if at all evidence was given to the police, would you, if the police comes out to say, this is what they gave to me, would you believe that evidence? Will you believe it?
That is why he now needs to give it to the public, whoever that he wants to give it to amongst us. He should give it to them so that it was okay. This is what I gave to police. And up to now, let's say police are not even told. The police is never ready to talk to us that we got evidence from Yomi, whatever. Police will never answer us. They will throw that evidence in the bin. That's why I'm trying to tell you that whatever he has given to police that say Baba Elogbomo Oyisi, they are not ready to investigate further. But it's we now. And I said, okay, let's look towards the little he has even hinted us with, especially the central storage. What is wrong for us to talk about it? So what
it's not wrong because I already.
So why are we not talking about it? Why are we not sharing our energy?
I would have asked you a question about that central storage, but let me allow Crunch Queen.
Okay, why are we not? Let me just start with this. Why are we not going to ask the legal team, compare them to work towards what Yomi is saying? Why are we not saying police should do forensic? This should be our topic at this moment. Forensic of their phone forensic and also the central storage. Let's echo this beyond borders. That is a very important evidence.
Mr. Rotimi, let's allow Crunch Queen speak, but it's something for you to ponder on.
Please give me a minute, my brother.
Yes, carry on, man. Carry on, man.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. In my opinion, the central topic should be Yomi Jackmine. That is the central topic, and I'm going to work from the back end. I own my submissions. I own my opinion. Working from the back end, Yomi ran out of Nigeria midnight, from what he said, Sunday/Monday. So I'm pinning it down to early hours of 30th. Okay? I'm working back end to when he said he bought his ticket, which is on the 28th. He said that openly on Latin's platform. I was there. And he said on the 28th, Nimora tickets, me share to read it, okay, I've been inside. So 28th happens to be Saturday. Saturday. Good. So working back end again, he had this live stream where chairman went there. He did a live stream on Wednesday 25th, where chairman was trying to ask him some tough questions about his NGO, about the activities of his NGO, whether they are further, just about the credibility of his NGO. And in that live stream, he made so many funny statements, saying that he is an entity. He is an entity and he can work alongside his NGO, whatever that means. You know me? And I wrote in my comment section while I was on Paparia, no, was it Aries platform? I think it was Sele. And I said, you hear me? You are an individual, not an entity. Maybe you think you are talking to fools or rookies. Now, let's match the timeline. Rotimi, Toby, everybody listening, Between 25th, when he was selling those cock and book stories to his listeners, those who do not know their left from right, okay? 25th, that live stream, when he was even showing his certificate and the number, and he will post it on his page. What happened between 25th and the 28th that he bought a ticket? Because from where I'm standing, air ticket is not what you buy on the spur of the moment. You will have planned your trip. You will have brought out your luggage and be stacking your clothes. Even if you are not doing it physically, in your mind's eye, you will have known what to pack. Even if it's one backpack, as he made us to realize. You will have said, okay, I'll put my toothbrush and one pants and one bra and one boxer. So between 25th, when he was selling those stories and narratives to those listening to him, and they were saying, Yomi, Shorabito Mama Low, mind who you talk to, why. Between that day and 28th that Yomi bought tickets, what was going through his subconscious? What was going through his mind? What happened to I can die for this cause? What happened to even if they kill me, 1 million Yomis will rise up? What happened to I'm ready to live my life for the movement? What happened to those stories he was talking about when he came on board in August? Between that 25th and 28th. Now question I ask you. Now question. Okay. Now between that 28th and 30th, is it that by the time he bought that ticket, was that when the assassination plot dawned on him? Because I'm trying to get it. I'm still not getting it. Because this assassination attempt, Ganga, that he's even laying claim to, did it happen to him before he bought the ticket? See, we are not fools, oh. We will analyze this thing point by point, hour by hour. We are not going to be rattled by anybody. So we are going to break down his timeline. To send abroad the day, they will break down his timeline. When did the assassination occur or the assassination attempt? When did you buy the tickets? Were you attacked before you bought the ticket, or it was after you bought the ticket? Then we break it down. We are not fools. So when did the assassination attack occurred that he bought ticket? Because, oh God, Toby, see this guy, I don't know if I defending himself.
Let me tell you what I heard him say.
No, Mumbo, Toby, let me land something. Defending Yomi alone is similitude to a PhD dissertation. See, let's reduce the timeline from Wednesday 25th, when he did that his live stream, to 30th, when we can no longer find him in Nigeria. It will save us a lot of headache, and we can begin to punch holes in his lies. The assassination attempt and the time he bought the ticket, which one was first? Which one was first? Did he buy the ticket before the assassination attempt, or the assassination attempt occurred before he bought the ticket? And if the assassination attempt occurred, hold on, Rotimi, I will allow you. I will come, my brother, I will allow you. Was it after that live stream on 25th that was attacked on the 27th and nobody knew about it? Because this is a guy that comes often to do live shows. He goes to platforms. You know, so if he was attacked on the 26th after that live stream, who did he tell? If he was attacked on the 27th, who did he tell? Because for him to buy a ticket on 28th, what was going through his subconscious? Now, between that 28th and 29th or 30th that he left Nigeria, what has happened to him? And whatever evidence he says he lays claims to,